acetylene,
W.
potassium, natural, and artificial flavor. Yeah, I don't know. But
Is it not good, though?
it's good.
And you got dribbles, and most of that was probably my backwash too. So.
Yeah, 30% of a drink is backwash. After you take that, 30% of the drink that goes in your mouth is backwash.
But extra protein
From your cheek saliva.
Yeah. And like the dead skin that comes off the inside of your mouth.
That's what I was thinking of. Yeah, the cheek.
Yeah.
Do you ever, because you bite your cheek? Yeah. You don't bite your cheek? I bite my cheek a little.
I do sometimes. Like if I feel fat.
Suck that shit in.
Yeah. But I don't really have to do that no more.
Okay, so what were we just getting at before we got into the bang?
This is what I'm talking about.
Oh, here we go.
Too much.
Yeah, no. So the way I make money when I was younger with my uncle, is I used to do like, bro, I was into magic tricks. Like, I would study.
Grown man. He's 27 into magic tricks.
No, me.
I'm talking about
before I was growing up, dude. I was like, I was like 9 years old.
Yeah.
10. And I'm like really into fucking magic, and I'm getting good, bro. I'm like low key. I could probably show you something right now, and you'd probably be like, "Fuck, that's good."
You're a liar.
Well,
no, I'm joking.
I believe you. I believe
you.
Okay, I don't have a deck of cards around here.
You're talented. I'm not saying you're not talented,
yeah.
But at the same time, it's like
what? Okay, where does it end? You know, you can do magic. You can hoop. He can
produce videography. He's an artist.
Okay, yeah. I didn't expect you to actually go into a list of what I would do.
No, but like you're not good at everything.
Okay, what am I not good at? That's a genuine like. This seems very conceited of me to say that, or to ask. But I'm just curious of like what is like the first.
I feel like you don't have good handwriting.
Really?
Like you might. I guess like when I think good handwriting, I think like a.
That's not my handwriting.
I know it's not. Okay. But like that's not good handwriting.
I know Isabella doesn't have good handwriting.
It's better than mine. I have terrible handwriting.
Oh, okay.
But I'm just saying,
you want to look at my handwriting?
Yeah, because I feel like a lot of guys don't have good handwriting, and if you do, then you were probably like, everybody thought you were gay in high school, which is on brand with you. But
yeah, pretty much.
I know your handwriting isn't bad. Like, it definitely isn't mine. Yeah, so you don't have good handwriting. Like, that's not bad. That's better than mine.
You think it's not good handwriting?
No, dude.
I think this is good handwriting. Right?
There's somebody that I know who
for
a guy that's really good.
For sure.
But there's somebody that I know whose handwriting literally looks like they printed it out.
Oh, this is good handwriting. I don't know what you're on, bro. Look at that shit.
Nah, it isn't bad.
You just don't know how to read cursive.
Yes, I do. No, I don't.
Can you write cursive? Did you ever learn how to do cursive?
No, dude. I
learned in first grade, bro. I taught myself.
So I was ahead in most things in school besides reading and writing. It's
sort of like the most important things to know how to do.
I had terrible handwriting. I could write and I could spell decently, but like I couldn't. I had terrible handwriting, and then reading. Book. I can't read books. Can't do it.
I can't read books.
It's a bunch of words together. Like my brain just gets overstimulated. I think I just got hit in the head a lot as a kid, because like the back of my head is like damn near completely flat.
Really? Is that where
not
your
really.
All the time?
That's where my hat's all the time. No, not really. But like it like I don't know. I had a lot of like, dude. Today I literally freaking hit my head, and I hit my head yesterday, or 2 days ago. Yesterday. That was yesterday, right? Because I called you about it. Dude, I literally hit myself I dropped a wrench on my face. The middle of my forehead, dude, literally like right here, still sore. Put a bump in the middle of my face, and then today, what was I doing? I dropped something on the floor, and I have like this like a dresser in my room.
Yeah.
And I like reached down to grab it, and I smacked my head on the corner, like the top of my head on the corner, and I literally started bleeding.
Bruh.
And like, dude, I have memory like my eyebrow. This is from they were trying to get me and my sister to fight, and I was like my siblings and my aunt, because that's how she'd get really high when she was babysitting us, and have us fight and record it.
Oh, that'd be tough.
And if you cried, then you lose. And so we were in my brother's room, and the room's like this size. Imagine a room this size with a twin size bed, a dresser, and then 4 kids
fighting to the death, basically.
Well, like, it was me and my sister were fighting. Like, that's the doorway, and then the dresser is like where the camera is.
Okay.
Right? And I'm like at the corner of the dresser, and she like grabbed me from the back and was like holding my arms. So I was like this, and I was like trying to get her off me going like this, and I like felt her lose her grip, so I like went all the way forward, smacked the corner of my eyebrow on the corner of the dresser. Had to get, it literally was just gushing blood. Had to get stitches.
Dang, dude. So do you have a scar right there then?
Yeah, like I can't grow hair right here.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
Yeah.
What the
And
hell?
then
That's a huge.
Yeah,
Wow, I
and
didn't
then,
even
and then
notice
this, I think it's right here. I have a scar right here on my eyebrow too.
Uh,
That I don't grow hair right there either, and I think that one was from when I was a kid. I was going down a hill where I live now. You've seen the hill that I'm talking about. When you come up to my house
Yeah.
on a bike. Or was it on a bike? No, I think I was snowboarding, and I was like in like 4th grade. There was snow
Yeah.
out. We take the snowboards down that hill.
Yeah.
And on the corner of like the corner, kind of like there's a road that comes up here, and then our street runs down. This house right here has hedges, and with the snow we built like a ramp. And I flipped over the hedges. There's a tree in the middle of his yard, and I literally hit my face on the tree and slid down, and just cut my eye open. I have so many dude.
Yeah,
if you crazy. When he shaved my arm for my tattoo. It was just all scars, dude.
Yeah.
I just get even my knuckle right now is
that's
freaking
crazy.
I literally peeled my skin.
It's cool to have scars. That's
Yeah, I remember
proof of life.
A previous girl. The first time that we ever
she gave you a scar.
Cuddle. Yeah, scarred my fucking heart. Whenever our first time cuddling, she was looking at my arm. She was like, "I never realized how many scars you have." And I was like, "Bro, I've been through it. I got burn marks and freaking stab marks, knives."
That was a banger, by the way.
Yeah, scarred my heart.
I really said
that was a good lob.
Yeah,
that was a good lob. I sliced my thumb down the center, literally peeled my thumb back to where you could see the bone. My knuckle this week, I literally peeled back to you can see my knuckle.
Damn, dude.
I freaking been. You know what it is to get scope bit? Have you shot a rifle before?
I have, but I was 14.
Okay, so when you shoot a rifle with a scope on it, if you're too close or you're not seated the butt of the gun into your shoulder enough, the scope can come back
where it hits you in the face.
Hits you in the face and cuts you.
Yeah.
Dude, I get scope bit almost every single time I shoot an animal.
Dang. You gotta be careful.
The only time that it didn't happen, dude, it can be bad. I've watched videos of people breaking their orbital bone, cutting them I've cut myself pretty good, got good bleeds, but literally sliced all the way down to the bone and stuff. Never happened to me, but happened when I shot my bear, this year, when I shot my cow 2 years ago, when I shot my first deer, it happened. Actually, I think it's happened every single time I kill something. But then when I don't shoot at an animal, it never happens.
Yeah, I've only shot I've shot guns. I've only shot a rifle like that though when I was younger, and that was just because I had the people around me that supplied it. I think it was Uriah's family. So my brother's family had I could be wrong about that though.
Fresh off the boat with the AK-47.
They really were. So I lived with them for a while, and dude, we were camping. They shot a squirrel with a slingshot and we cooked it.
I've done stuff like that. When I lived in Sandy, dude, we did some crazy stuff out there, dude. We had this the caramel corn metal tin cans.
Yeah.
Every family would get gifted this for Christmas, right? We had one of those, and there was snakes all over our property. So we'd go and catch all these snakes, and we would put them in there. Me and my brother didn't know. We barely ever fed these snakes, so they were just starving, fighting to the death.
Yeah.
There was 100 snakes in this little box.
Little dirt serpents.
And my brother, he would go catch them.
Yeah.
But he was kind of scared to do it.
Yeah.
He didn't want to get bit. He was really scared to get bit. He's 3 years older than me, and so I'm 5 or 6, and he had one there was a baby snake the size my pinky, and it would literally wrap around his finger.
Probably a good personality, but maybe a baby snake.
Yeah. It would wrap around his finger and just hang out. And so we had this box of snakes, and he was like, "Gio, will you get it for me?" Or then I was called Vonnie. Vonnie, will you get it for me? I was like, "Yeah, of course. I got you." And I went, reached in there to grab it, and the biggest snake that we have bit me and wouldn't let go.
What'd you do?
I literally started bawling my eyes out. It didn't even hurt. When I remember it,
it's probably scary at the time.
Scared the hell out of me. Dude, I'm a little kid.
Yeah.
And my dad hears me scream, and then my brother's like, Dad.
Yeah.
My dad comes running over. My dad was landscaping.
Yeah.
He was doing something. He had
He's doing something Mexican.
He had the shears.
He's roofing or something like that.
He had the shears, like hedge trimmers or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And he came over and fucking grabbed the bucket of snakes. Snakes still holding on to my arm.
Yeah.
Grabbed the bucket of the snakes and just fucking goes. We had a creek that ran on our property. Just grabbed the bucket and threw all the snakes. Threw all the snakes in the creek and just came over and just chopped the head off the snake off my arm.
With what?
With the hedge trimmers. Yes, dude.
That's crazy.
And the snake's head was still on me, and I'm literally sitting there bawling my eyes out. He said, "If I ever catch you guys, I'm gonna whoop your ass.
Crying or what? Or
I was literally bawling my
messing
eyes
snakes?
out. No, he was just like mad.
That you're crying or that you got bit?
Both, I think.
He's mad that like you guys got into the bucket of snakes.
Yeah,
Why,
I think.
why is there a bucket of snakes?
Because, dude, we were just kids and like we
How'd
were
you get
outside
in?
all the time. We just go there catch snakes on our property,
I
put
see.
it in there because we
see.
thought it was cool.
I see.
That property was like it was awesome. There was like a lot of stuff like that. Like, we killed a dragonfly before, right? All my family was over. We were in the driveway. We killed this dragonfly, and we went into like this patch of trees that we had that was like super thick, and we were like digging like forts in there, and we buried the dragonfly, right?
Okay.
And then we go out, like we go eat dinner, or, go eat, and then we like are going back, and this dragonfly is like following us, a live dragonfly, and so
Okay.
like, and it looks exactly the same. We go back to the hole, dig up the hole, the dragonfly isn't there.
So it's the Jesus of dragonflies.
We were literally like, it's a zombie. Like that's
I
literally
mean,
what we thought, and I honestly think we dug in the wrong spot, but
Yeah, this game.
I don't know. But I also they could have played a trick on me. I don't know. I was little, like.
Oh, yeah.
And that's like that happened a lot, dude. Like my cousins messed with me a lot, and my brothers, because dude, I was little and I was smart, but I had no common sense.
Yeah, or that thing literally was just the dragonfly Christ.
Yeah, probably. But like, dude, we used to freaking ride quads on our main street, just like every day.
Yeah,
imagine me.
I
like,
wish I had a childhood like that.
Imagine me like, I don't know how to preface it. I was literally tiny. Like I was the size like a 3-year-old up until like 7. It was a small kid, dude.
Wow.
Just big bobblehead, small kid, super skinny, like.
Mm-hmm.
And
then you had your growth spurt in
Dude,
what, like
middle school, dude.
middle school?
Like 8th grade. I think I was like 5'3" until 8th grade.
That's crazy.
And then I went from 5'3" to 5'9",
Mm-hmm.
and then from 8th grade to freshman year, I went from 5'9" to 6'2",
Yeah. Damn.
and then didn't grow.
You're 6'4". Let's get that straight.
I
6'3"
don't
to
know.
6'4".
I don't know what I actually am. So the last time I was actually measured,
I probably have a measuring tape in here.
last time it's gonna say 6'2", but I'm telling you, last time I was actually
way.
measured, I was 6'2" and a
No
half,
way.
and that was me as a sophomore. That was me as a sophomore. There's gonna be a mark on 3 inches. But yeah, the last time I got actually, but like I know I've grown from then, but like I don't believe that I say I'm 6'3" and a half, but I'm always just like, yeah, I'm 6'4". Yeah, I'm 6'4", because that's what I think I am. Shoes on or shoes off? Shoes on.
Yes, I think that's good. Yeah, oh fuck. Get that shit right.
It's like on the ground pretty much.
Alright, stand straight. Stand straight, boy. Let's see.
You can just put your finger and then.
Yes, bro, you're 6'3". You're literally 6'3". Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. Yeah, you're right there, bro. You're
6'3"
almost.
and a half. With
you're
shoes on and a
almost-
hat on, bro. I'm
No,
telling
no,
you.
I'm not. I'm being generous with it.
But that was at 6'3" and a half, like I said,
Confirmed.
right?
Confirmed.
It says
Yeah,
6'3" and a half,
like
like I
6'3" and a half. Yeah.
But like that's what I mean. I haven't. That's why I keep on saying. Last time I was actually measured, I was 6'2" and a half, like 6'2" and 3/8 or something.
Huh.
And so that's why I was like, I just always said, because I knew I grew.
Yeah.
So like my junior year, I was like, yeah, I'm 6'3", and then my senior year, I was like, yeah, I'm 6'4".
Because why not be 6'4"?
Yeah.
And everyone's gonna believe you too, because they want you to be taller. Like for me, I say you're 6'4" because I want you to be as tall as you can be, so I can be as tall as I can be.
Yeah, because you're actually 6 foot, if I'm 6'4".
Exactly.
Because our height difference is not that crazy.
Exactly.
But I'm not proportioned like somebody that's that tall.
Dude.
Because
Hey,
like I'm
it's okay.
big, dude.
It's okay
I'm
with
just a
me.
big guy.
You could be 6'4" as long as I can be 6 foot.
Yeah. You probably are actually 6 foot though.
Yeah. Let's just move on from this conversation.
Well, I
because-
just mean, okay, it depends on, like, if you measure from, like, where your hair actually sits.
Oh, then
Like, the
yeah,
root?
for sure. For
If you
sure.
measure from the root, you're not 6 foot. But if you
yeah.
measure from where your hair
Especially
sits.
without shoes on.
Yeah.
With shoes on.
Oh my God, Isabella, you're trying to steal my man.
No. We're so cool.
Damn, bro, what the hell? Nobody's messaging me?
But no, basically, when I was younger, the way I'd get my money was like, my uncle, before he went to prison, would help me perfect my magic tricks, right? So I was really into magic at like 9 or 10, and I'd show everyone in the neighborhood like these dope tricks. And my uncle and I came up with this trick where he could be in on it, and this is actually really good.
I got your wallet.
Right.
Where'd your wallet go? And he just
Basically,
snags
yes.
card money.
Yes. No. Okay, so here's basically what we did. So we would do this trick where we needed some kind of money, like a form of cash or even coin. It started with coins, but then people started running out of coins. So they're like, I got this 20. And they're like, I'll give it back to you. Or whatever. Like, right? But I don't have it. Yeah. So like we go to the neighbor's house. I'd be like, yo, I want to show you guys a magic trick. They're like, oh, Jordan's got another trick. Dude, I'm like a 9-year-old kid. They're like, all right, yeah. And these are all, by the way, like fentanyl addicts with just that drug money.
Twinning them.
They have drug money. Yeah.
They have enough to get high.
Exactly.
They always do it.
And so basically what the trick is, I'll explain the trick and then I'll explain how we did it. So I had this like cloth that they would put the form of payment in, and I'd be pinching it on the other side. And I'd lift it over like that, and I wouldn't touch it. I'd have everyone make sure it's still there, and then I'd basically just drop the cloth and it's gone. It's disappeared.
Yeah.
And basically what we did was we'd put the money there, and then I'd flip it over. I'd have everyone feel it, make sure it's still there. They're like, yes. And then my uncle would be the last one to feel, and he'd just take that shit. And be like, yeah, it's still there. And I'd be like, boom, gone.
That's fire.
And they're like, oh, shit, how'd you do that?
And then where'd he go? And he's
yeah.
like, I don't know.
And my uncle's acting surprised too. He's like, damn, that's crazy. Like, isn't that crazy?
Yeah. That's
and then to make it fair, he would pull out his money, but it would just be the money he's been collecting. He's like, here, do mine. Like, just to make it fair for everyone.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, we were just racking up some money. He probably doesn't even remember that because he's probably high. But
that's
fire, I mean, they all were, I bet, too. And we go home, and just, yeah, that's how it's a creative way to get some money.
Can you love someone and still cheat?
I think that, okay, that's relevant to you, yeah.
Yeah. And I guess my situation's different, but at the same time, I think with relationships, especially at my age,
is that the question you were talking?
I'm definitely would ask that question. I would.
Yeah. Can you love and still cheat?
Yeah, because I guess at my age, like, I feel like it's easy to fall to our age. Like, you're older than me because you're 25, but at our age range, like, we're just young, like we're in our young 20s. Like, I literally just turned 20, but we're in our young 20s, and it's
dude, you are now no longer that much younger than me.
Yeah. Oh,
19 and 22 is different than 20 and 23.
Yeah, that's true.
And then 21 and 24, bro, it's only going to get, the age is like...
well, and I think our maturity has always been at a certain level.
Yeah.
And I think we think very alike. So I don't think it's ever been like you could tell that we're different ages. And I look older.
Which is weird. It's like, we have that,
because you have that, because you shave and, like, well, even, like, you barely grow facial hair, but you shave. And, like, I've had a beard since I was 17. I
got, like, some...
And I'm honestly at the point now where, like, I have, like, a Drake beard. Because, like, Drake's beard is... Well, like, Drake now can grow, like, a thick beard. But, like, when Drake was first growing his beard and it was, like, the low beard, like, that's the point I'm at right now. Like, you can see the skin through it. I don't think it would look good on you.
Last night I had a dream I grew a beard.
Really?
Yeah.
I think you probably will grow some facial hair the older you get.
Dude, my every, like, guy in my family has a beard.
Okay, so, that question, though.
So you wanna ponder that one?
Yeah.
Can you love and still cheat?
Yeah, well, that's what I was trying to say. Is, like, we're young, so, like, I feel like it's really easy to fall out of love with somebody when you're this young, because a lot of things happen. Like, think of you at 16 compared to now.
Yeah.
Like, you've changed a lot since you were blonde.
What do you think? Okay.
I love that picture. But it's like okay. I think
this is good. This is a good segue. I don't even think we need to look at this anymore. This is
no. We can just talk. We could just talk about that for now. We can keep this open, but we can just talk.
Okay.
About that.
Yeah, sure. I was gonna ask what do you think? So in the modern dating pool, what do you think is wrong with? Start with men.
So a lot of guys think that the more girls that they have, the more I guess. Like when you're like 35, what makes you think that you're killing it at life? The amount of money you have, the amount of, like, the car that you drive, if you own your house, like, stuff like that.
And your family too, right?
Yeah, and your family, right? But, like, when you're in your young 20s, when you're, like, probably, like, 17 to, like, 25, really, it's like, as a guy, you're cool if you've been with a bunch of girls or you can pull girls. So, like, that's like how a guy is his worth is shown at our age. It's like, what type of girl does he have, or what type of girls has he been with? What type of that's what makes a man at our age.
Is how if he can pull bitches or not.
Yeah, and that isn't cool. Like, to me at least. Like,
it isn't cool to you?
No, because like, I guess for me, like, I've never been like entertained in that. Like I have.
Obviously, it's appealing because your flesh is kind of, you're like, I want this.
Well, right? I think for me, it's like it helps. I guess it helps a guy know self-worth, because girls don't go for like. Girls will go for like a bummy guy that has nothing going on in life, but they have to be good looking. Mm-hmm. They have to be tall. They have to be like, and they have to care about themselves. Yeah. And so like, that's like, it shows a guy's worth is when they care about themselves, and when they get girls, and like I think like back to like, even last year, dude, all my friends, like my buddy, like that lived with me for a little bit, like his worth was shown in like, dude, he was literally sleeping on my couch. Yeah. But he was able to talk to girls and be with girls, and that's what his worth was. Like, girls didn't care that he was living on my couch.
The fact that he could still pull
while living on my couch, while literally living out of a duffel bag. Like,
you're struggling,
right? It doesn't have a job, had just dropped out of school. Like, the fact that he still was worth something. Mm-hmm. Like,
why do you think he was worth something to those girls?
His person, he's very charismatic, like very confident. Like,
he's a good looking guy.
Yeah, which I don't get the appeal, but whatever. I don't know. Nah, that's my guy, but love that kid to death. But like it's I guess like as a man, my worth is not shown by what I have, like like money wise, I guess. Like at this age, it's about like the people around me. So like our relationship, right? Relationship, but like our friendship, right? Our friendship, when we first started, you would ask me every single time I saw you, do let's hoop, and I was like, no, because
I see what's happening. You're starting to realize how good of a friend I am.
Yes, right. Because like then I didn't want. I honestly thought, I was like, what is this? Like, I thought you were weird, bro.
Oh
like,
my
if I'm being serious,
because
I already no, because it was like I already thought you were gay.
Oh my god. Right?
Oh my god. And so like you constantly being like let's go hoop, let's hang out. Yeah. And it never like appealed to me. And then the first time that we hung out, I think the first time that we hung out was when I invited you to hoop on my team. I think that was the first time we really hung out outside of
just me and you.
Just me and you, yeah.
Yeah. Because we'd see each
we
other,
went and did the videos and stuff.
And, there were other times that we would see each other and cross paths, but that's with like other people.
But that's what I mean. That's like when our friendship really started. If you think about it.
You're right.
Our friendship, not like me tagging along because,
because you are,
yeah. Like our actual friendship, and like I didn't realize, but now recently, dude, you're one of the people I talk about the most. Like really, it's like when I'm with my family and they're like, and I'll be like, oh yeah, my buddy just did this. He did this podcast, or he did this painting, or he gave this comedian this, like, because you just, like, that's my worth. Like, you give me worth.
I think you said that's my world. I was like,
no,
dude,
but that gives me worth. The same way as like.
That's good. I like that.
Like my buddies that go to U of O, like when they go to parties and stuff, that's something, because I'm not living through that, or I'm not living that. But like me knowing them and like meeting the people that they throw the parties down there, like that gives me worth.
Yeah. Dude, once I turn the camera off, you are a fucking dick. No, I'm playing.
You're such a liar.
The camera's on.
No, you're such a liar.
I'm just playing.
But I don't, like, I'm not good at, like, opening up like that. So, like, me admitting that, like, I thought you were weird, dude.
I think you're doing a great job.
Thank you. No, but, like, I didn't think you, like, I didn't think you were weird, but, like, I thought it was.
You were like, what's with this guy?
Yes, because I guess for me, like, I never got, like, attention, really. If that makes sense.
Oh, I see.
Like, well, like, at home I did a little bit, but, like, when I was in school, like, I never got credit for being good at sports. Mm-hmm. I never got, like, told necessarily, like, oh, you're good looking. My sister said, you're gay. Or she replied to my story and said, gay.
Oh.
What is wrong with you, Sella?
For real, bro.
I'm literally doing a podcast.
Yeah, what?
It's because I'm not watching your kid right now. You're biggest hater, bro.
Yeah. Anyway, so you have a hard time opening up, and
I have a hard time opening up, and that really just stems from, like, dude, I didn't grow up in like a normal household, and like
Mhm.
I owe my sister that's talking shit right now. Is your nephew doing okay? I'm not home. I didn't bring him. I'm not home.
I appreciate
I
those words.
didn't.
I wasn't like fishing for any
No,
compliments.
I know
but
you
I
weren't.
appreciate
But
that
like, I guess,
they
yeah.
rose. I appreciate that they rose. It's not the only thing that rose either. So,
I guess for
being
me,
hella
like
gay.
me and my, like the way that I grew up, I didn't get a lot of credit for what I did. Like I owe my sister a lot, dude. My sister, honestly, I probably wouldn't be here if it wasn't for my sister. She used to wake me
Yeah.
up in the morning, make me food, get me dressed. She did everything for me, dude. All my doctor's
Yeah.
appointments, everything. She enrolled me for school, made sure
Dang.
I had all this stuff. Like, dude, she's
How much
a
older
rock
is she
star.
than you?
4 years. She's your age.
Oh dang.
Or she's 23. 20. She's turning 24.
Okay.
But like, dude, she's a rock star.
Yeah.
But we never get along. But like, I owe her so much, and I think my like lack of emotion is because of her, not just because of her. Like my losing my dad and,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
my relationship with the rest of my family.
Right.
But like, when your sister is the one raising you,
Yeah.
you have like a different, I guess, like view on the world because, dude, she was a kid too,
Yeah.
and
She had to figure it out twice as quick because
Yeah.
she had to make sure that you're good.
yeah, and that's a lot of pressure, and I get now why she made so many mistakes. Like I didn't understand it then because I was so little,
Yeah.
but now I do, and I think that's the reason why I struggle with emotion kind of.
Mhm.
Like I had to block out crying
Mhm.
because in my views of a man came from like TV shows, came from my great grandpa. This guy's 70 years old,
Right.
and like I never saw him cry.
Right.
Like so, my views of like emotion was like only girls show emotion.
Mhm.
Like you're not supposed to do that.
Yeah.
And I guess because I used to be a crybaby, dude, like bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like the older I got, like there was, I honestly think from like 8th grade to my senior year of high school, I didn't know what emotions were really. Like I didn't know how to control them. I didn't know, what, like I didn't know how to be compassionate for people or like what mattered. I tried to still be a good person and I tried
Yeah.
to like be chivalrous and stuff like that, but
Mhm.
I didn't know what it was like to actually care about somebody
Yeah.
until after that point. Like, and really it was like after I stopped playing football. Really.
Is when you kind of open up your perspective a little bit.
Yeah,
Or
like I
your
was starting
lens
to
of it.
learn. Like I learned what love was. I learned what it was like to feel loved.
Mhm.
Like the feeling of love. I learned it
Yeah.
before that. But when I stopped playing, like I lost a part of my soul. I think the best way to put it is like I had a dream since I was 8 years old of playing football. In college, I wanted to go to the NFL. I knew that the NFL was not likely, but I was like, I'm going to be a college football player.
Right.
And when I became, I guess, emotionally available,
Mhm.
or like when I gained emotion,
Yeah.
I no longer had that dream. I had the dream of like wife, kids, house,
Yeah.
And that's like when I realized I was becoming a man.
Mhm.
Like, what was your like moment of like I'm a man?
I feel like I'm always chasing it.
Really?
I feel like once I get to a certain point and I'm like I've achieved what I was striving for before, I feel like by then of me reaching it, I'm already looking at the next
Yeah.
thing. I'm like, I'm lacking this though. But I think that's how it kind of should be. You should always be striving to get better.
Yeah. So like, do you have like age marks for your goals?
I try, yeah, I do, but it's tough because I think those are based off of other people's. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like this person did this at this age, so I should be doing this at
Well,
this
like,
age.
Yeah. So I had a conversation over the weekend with my cousin's boyfriend, and he just got into a program to become a lineman. You know what those are?
Yeah.
Okay, so he'd been chasing this since he got out of high school, right?
Mhm.
He's like 27 now. And he'd been chasing this. He went and worked for a different company in transit, trying to get history to become a lineman.
Mhm.
And I like told him how like, I have these goals of owning businesses and owning properties and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I told him like I have year marks that I want to do it. Like I want to own my first property, which is going to be a duplex by 23,
Mm-hmm.
and own it. I'm not talking like
Yeah.
start making payments on it. I'm talking about
Yeah.
paid off.
Yeah.
And so like that's a goal of mine, and so that's what I'm chasing. And so like that's when I realized I was a man, when my life changed from like, oh, I'm gonna go play college football to this.
Mhm.
And like I don't think there's anything that I could have gained like I could have gained experience from playing football, like going to school.
Yeah.
But I don't think there's anything like I don't think I would have got smarter going to college.
No.
I don't think I would have became a better person going to college. But I would have had more connections with people, and I probably would have found a part of myself faster.
If you went to college?
Yeah.
Maybe. Or it could set you back too.
Well, because like, think this time of year I would have been done with my first season because I took the gap year, right?
Yeah.
So I would have left in July, and I think they just had their last game this week.
Then what? For you? Okay, like you would have that, and then what? Right? It's like
you're
just going to school.
No, I mean like that season, dude. Because I financially couldn't afford it. That's why that's part of the reason why I didn't go in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I would have went down there, been working a full-time job, been working a work study, so working on campus to help them pay for my tuition.
Mm-hmm.
I would have been practicing playing,
mm-hmm.
working basically 2 jobs, along with being away from home for the first time ever, really.
Yeah.
By myself. And so like I would have went down there and I would have found, like I've been through struggle, but would have found struggle and found how to thrive and struggle a lot faster.
Yeah.
And so like I found it this last 2 weeks ago when I was hunting. Like I found what it was like to be struggling and still thrive. And so like I would have found that out this year either way, but I probably would have found that out in July instead of in November. And so like at our ages, the faster you learn things like that, boosts you ahead a ton.
Yeah.
Like when you learn things younger, it helps you, because that's honestly all we really have.
It sucks, but like that's just kind of how it works.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
So like I think the people, like when I have a buddy that is my age, he's been through a lot in life.
Yeah.
And when we first graduated, he was working at a car dealership, and he bought part ownership in that car dealership.
Mm-hmm.
This kid's 17 years, or was 18 years old.
That's crazy.
And so it's like that guy's ahead.
Oh, yeah.
Like he had been through so much already, and went through losing money and doing, he'd been through a lot already, that he just learned so much that he became successful because of it.
Mm-hmm.
And so like that's big at our age.
Yeah.
So like for me that's a man's worth, dude. When I think of the most badass people, I think like somebody that knows a lot.
Yeah, I agree with that. If you're because knowledge is power.
Yeah.
Dude, if you know a lot about a lot, you can get so far in life.
Yeah.
Even in relationships, networking, friendships,
yep.
Job opportunities in general.
Yeah.
Anything. You like.
Well, that's like even me, dude, with cars.
Yeah.
It's like, I remember Hannah, the car, was having car problems.
Yeah.
And
Hannah Grace.
Yeah, Hannah Grace, and they were like, "Oh, like Gio can take a look."
Yeah.
And Hannah was like, "What the hell is Gio gonna do?" And then I went there, and I was literally like, I was trying to figure out what the problem was, and I'm like going through everything that I know. I know quite a bit about cars, but like I don't know everything, obviously,
right, yeah.
And I don't know a lot about newer cars. Like my truck or like older cars, honestly, up to like 2000 or like 2005 will probably be like the cutoff to where like I stopped knowing. But there's still basic stuff that like goes with every car.
For sure, like foundational things.
Yeah, like certain things. So like her car just wasn't cranking over, but it would start with a jump.
Mm-hmm. And
so I was like, okay, check the starter, check the alternator, check the battery charge. The battery's charged.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, okay, there's something that's not getting power. I was like, okay, the ignition's getting power. Mm-hmm. It's getting the car's getting some power. So there's a messed up ground somewhere, or the alternator isn't doing its job. Because the car would run when it was on, but the moment that you turned it off, it wouldn't work. So I tested her alternator, worked, was good, and then I jumped her car, got it running, and I like stopped the jump because I thought I fixed it. She turned it off, and it wouldn't start. And I was literally about to give up.
Yeah.
And then I just thought, I was like, okay, my truck had the same exact problem. I was literally turning off of Powell onto Parkway. It was turning left.
Mm-hmm.
And my car literally turned off at the light. My truck did. And I was like, what the hell? I literally hit the brakes and my truck turned off.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck is this? And I was like, my battery disconnected.
Mm-hmm.
Like it had to disconnect. It had not a good connection. That was what was wrong with her car. And she could have took that to a shop, and it would have cost her $300 for them to tighten that down.
Yeah.
And I did it for free.
Yeah.
And that's what I mean. Like I'm young, so people don't think I know stuff.
Right.
But me knowing about cars, dude, my buddy Gage and Jody, they had called me at like 3 a.m. one time because the guy's car broke down. So random guy, they stopped to help push the guy's car and like try to jump it, and they called me and was like, "Can you come help?" Yeah. So I woke up, went and grabbed my toolbox, went and grabbed my jumper cables, drove over there, jumped his car, it ran, and then he drove it to the light and it turned off. And when I was jumping his car, I did the same thing I did with him, is went through and tested all the electrical stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Your alternator's bad. Your car's not holding a charge." I was like, "I'm gonna jump you." And he was like, "I live like 2 blocks away. I was like, I'm gonna jump you and just hope for green lights because you're not gonna make it if not."
Yeah.
And he got a red light and his car died in the middle of the road.
Yeah.
And it's like, I knew, dude. And my buddies called me because they know I know about cars. And even at Dutch, I was in the Dutch parking lot this last year when it snowed.
Yeah.
And
I remember that.
And my truck, I had problems with my truck.
Yeah.
And I immediately knew, I was like, hey, it's my starter. Okay, let me go down there, let me mess with the wires. Okay, this wire's loose. I didn't have tools to fix it. But what I did have was a screwdriver in my glove box. So I jumped my starter, got my truck started, drove home and fixed it. So, like, I know things like that, dude, and that gets you, that saves me a lot of money. The fact that I can do brakes and oil changes, and even if it's fucking $35, dude, $35 every, couple months, adds up. Dude.
You're also relied upon on some of your people in your circle, your immediate circle, and I think that's a big part of, like, what being a man is like being able to.
And that's my worth, dude. The fact that I can help people.
Yeah, for sure. I think that you could be there and provide that for those people. Like, providing is a big part of being a man.
And I think for me, like, my image of a man isn't what a man is today.
What is
my image of a man is like what a man was in like the 70s, the 80s.
Oh, I thought you were saying the other way around.
Like, I hunt, I fish, Well,
what's the difference between a man now and a man then?
A man now is all about money.
Yeah. I think...
A man then is about the things that man can do.
For sure. I think money still...
Even then, money was a big thing.
Yeah, I think money... but I see what you're saying with, like, money is kind of, like, working let's say you make money on, like, a desk job.
Yeah.
And you're just, like, some,
Like, just think, what are girls more into? If I know if I could build a house by myself, do you think a girl's more into that, or do you think a girl's more into that if I make $300,000 a year?
Probably $300,000 a year.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But if this was 50 years ago, if I could build my house by myself, that girl would be fucking dripping. Like really, and that's like, I pride myself on stuff like that. Like, I know how to do, I know how to paint, I know how to do some wiring, I know how to frame, I know how to roof, I know how to do these things. And even if I'm not, even if I physically have never done it, I know how to do it because I've been around it. And so, like, I'm a different type of guy than you'd usually get from a 20-year-old that grew up in Portland, the Portland metro area.
Yes. Okay. So I actually grew up like in Portland. In Portland. Yeah. And I feel that I'm lucky to have turned out the way I did. Like,
big time, dude.
Bro, I was almost gay. It grazed me.
It grazed me.
But by the way, not that that's a bad thing.
Oh, it was Shane Gillis said that about Down syndrome. It grazed me.
Oh yeah, it nicked me.
But like, no, for real though, like, I think, dude, like my oldest brother, dude, growing up, this man was the absolute opposite of me.
Yeah.
Completely. Like, there was times even now, like, where he'll call me and be like, "How do I do this?" And dude, he's 7 years older than me, and that doesn't mean that, like, he is worthless, dude. He's 20. Yeah. He's 27 now, right? 27, 28. He owns a house. He has, a beautiful daughter. He works a really good job. Like, he now, like, he at 27 is worth a lot. Like as a man in like today's world. But like, if this was freaking Oregon Trail times, he would have died. Like, really, he would.
No, for sure.
I
think a lot of people today would.
And he still, like, he hunts and stuff too, but like, he doesn't. I guess he enjoys it, but like, he also can see why people won't do it. I guess, like, how hard you have to work to do it.
For sure, dude. I'm gonna go so bad. I've never been, but I really want to do it.
Yeah, I might go this week actually, because I have a tag open right now for elk and on the coast, but I've never hunted over there before. But yeah, I guess, like, I'm an old-fashioned man, dude. I don't know what to tell you. Like,
so do you think that's what's wrong with, like, tying it back to the modern dating pool for men? Like, that's where men are going wrong? Do you think it's they're chasing something?
Yeah, dude. I have a bunch of friends that don't know how to jump a car, don't know how to change a tire. Don't know how to.
And you think that affects the dating?
Dude, I have friends that
pool?
don't even know how to change a fucking light bulb, dude. Like, really? Like,
Yeah,
I know people
dude.
like that.
I know, dude. When I remember the first time I had to change the light bulb, no
You
one
thought you were
else
gonna
around
electrocute
me.
yourself.
Yeah, no one, but I also had to like do it myself. Like,
Yeah.
a lot of things that I've learned are from just me figuring out on my own. You know.
Yeah.
Which is like a little scary, but it really teaches you.
Dude,
you know?
that was like me, though, because I spent a lot of time with my grandpa. Not my great-grandpa, but my grandpa.
Mhm.
And he's a hustler. Always been a hustler.
Okay.
There was, scrapping cars, fixing cars, flipping cars. He built a house in Washington basically by himself.
Mhm.
And so, like, I spent a lot of time with this guy, like, loading trailers. I drove with a truck with a trailer for the first time this year. And it was like I did it fucking 100 times before. I don't get nervous to do stuff like that.
Yeah. Well,
But-
you can't because so I learned that when I was like, it's like first learning how to drive. Like there
Yeah.
are certain things that when you're about to do, like as a man, I'm not gonna show my fear in this.
Yeah,
I need to
exactly.
completely let my fake confidence take control until my real confidence gets.
But that's
here.
the thing, is it like for me, it's not fake confidence at all.
Yeah, I get for me, I think I was really insecure, like
Yeah.
especially.
Well, like with driving, I was nervous. Dude, I was a terrible driver to start. I was nervous. Like, I would always drive under the speed limit. Like,
Mhm.
like I'm talking like 10 miles under the speed limit. Like, I was a
Yeah.
nervous driver, dude. And it was just because I'd been around a lot of people that sucked at driving.
Yeah.
And so, like, it makes me nervous to know, like, how much power is in my, and because what happened to my dad. Like, I know
For sure,
that,
yeah,
that a
I
bunch
bet
of power comes with driving. And, like, but I don't get nervous with stuff like that, dude. I can go hang on a fucking roof and not get scared. I can, I'm not scared to look over the edge of a cliff. Or, like, and
Yeah.
I don't like heights, but, like, I don't get nervous. I will go cliff jump and
Maybe things I'm unfamiliar with, I get more. Is that fake? I need that fake confidence for. If I'm like,
yeah. This is, like, the type of stuff that I need that fake confidence for.
yeah,
It's like this stuff's under my confidence. When we did the freaking
like the
Jaden
podcast?
Smith stuff, like that
Yeah.
little skit that we did,
You guys-
it was like that. I needed
What
confidence.
about
for.
basketball?
No, because
Because I was before I was like learning how to play, I was so fucking like insecure with myself. You can kind of tell with like so I have this theory that by the way someone plays basketball translates to how they live their life.
yeah,
So like you can tell by how someone, like the type of person they are based off how they play.
yeah,
Like you can tell like there's a lot of insecure people will, they'll dish it out, they'll pass it even if they have a good look, at shooting the ball. But that's just because they'd rather not be, I guess, like maybe relied upon because
Yeah.
they don't want to fail.
Well, I dealt with that. I played basketball last night with my brother. I guess he's like my cousin, and then it was like it was just a bunch of random people basically.
Mhm.
And I was on a team, and since I don't know these people, like how I play,
Mhm.
and like when I'm playing my best is like when I'm talking shit with somebody, or like when I'm going against somebody that's really good. I play up, like I play at the level of my competition. So like when I play against bad people, I'm terrible. Dude, the people that were guarding me were terrible, dude. Like I'm talking like.
Don't even try to make that an excuse because I'll just beat you in a 1v1. And I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to make it seem like I'm
No.
not as good as I am.
No, you're
because-
good. No, that's what I'm saying.
No. You just said
No.
I'm only as good as my competition.
No, you beat me fair and square.
I know, I'm just
You beat me
joking.
fair and square.
I'm just joking.
But like,
I just had to. I wanted to put it in to document.
because how many times did I beat you before that? 3 times? 4 times?
No, maybe twice.
No, because I beat you twice at LA, and then we did it at the indoor.
Did we?
And then we did
that's
it.
right.
Then we won. We won at
Okay,
24, and I
so
beat you.
we'll continue and
Yeah,
We'll
but
continue.
but that's what I'm saying is like.
don't make me pull this one. Come on, bro. I'll stretch. I was stretching already.
But
You see,
like,
I was like,
yeah. So like, I guess there's always like that guy at like LA or like wherever you're hooping, right? That nobody wants to pick up because he's bad. But like he just
Yeah.
plays awkward. Not necessarily that he's bad. Like he hustles a lot, gets a lot of rebounds,
Yeah,
but like
sure.
there's always that guy.
Mhm.
And when that guy's the one guarding me, I'm terrible. And that's all that was happening last night. Like I had no confidence. And also the way that I play is very physical. And so when you're playing with random people that are grown men, it's hard for me because I'm young to play somebody that's like 35 and play physical. Because
Yeah.
like, dude, if I hurt this guy,
Dude, yeah.
he's out of a job.
Yeah.
And like that's messed up. And so like, dude, I was just playing terrible. And then I kept on getting fouled. And you know how I am when I get fouled.
Yeah.
So I started getting like pissed off
The
doing
beast
it.
comes
And
out.
I literally just came down the lane and just bumped somebody hella hard. They went flying. I just laid it up. And I was like, I could do this every single time.
Yeah.
And that happened a lot even like when we played in the men's league.
Mhm.
It was like, dude, I know that I can just go through the lane and get to the rim every time.
Yeah.
Or, get a decent shot off every time.
For sure.
But it's like, I'm not the only player on the team. And so when I'm like the only person I know on the team,
Mhm.
you can watch me, like you've played against me at LA and watched me literally fry people.
Yeah.
Like, when I was with randoms.
Yeah.
And just because I don't care about my teammates like getting, as long as we're winning, they're gonna get their shots up and stuff. I'm not gonna shoot every shot, but like, you might see me, come down lane, turn around, jumper, midi, make it.
Yeah.
Like you might watch me pull a deep three, even though I can't shoot like that.
Yeah.
Like and there will be times like if I'm really into game and I'm really talking shit, where I just won't miss. Like I won't miss.
Those are the best. That's the best feeling too.
Well, because dude, and it honestly, Aiden was where that came from. So you know how Aiden plays, dude. He can shoot, and when you're on his team, dude, he shoots a lot of shots. Like he'll pass the ball occasionally, but like he's like, I'm gonna win it for us.
He does shoot a lot.
He's very.
I think he shoots more than he should.
Yeah. Well, he plays very hero ball.
Yeah.
And even when he was on the men's league with us, like I attributed a lot of us winning because he was having 30, 40 points a game.
Yeah, well, I mean,
but then he's also shooting 30 shots a game.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
And so it's like I had 15 on 7 shots.
Yeah.
And this guy had 30 on 30 shots.
That was the issue with when we last played at LA together. I played against you and Aiden.
Yeah.
And I knew how Aiden played, and I blocked him like 3 times.
And so that's what I mean.
Just because I knew how I'm like, oh, he's gonna shoot this.
But like he has like so much confidence in his play because he put so many hours in, right?
Yeah.
So like when I first,
he's a great shooter.
Yeah. So when I first started playing against him, I knew he was good, and so like I love guarding the best guy, right? Because that makes me want to play better.
Yeah.
But like, dude, he used to like pull up a logo 3, and I'd come down and pull up logo 3 and splash it. And like the first like 10 times that we played, he didn't never beat me, and it was because, dude, I was playing up with my competition, and he would talk shit, and like I don't take that, bro. Like I'm a football player first, right? And that's who I'll always be, whether I like it or not. I'll always be a football player, and like it was the same thing in football. Dude, I would get into it with somebody, and I'm going to play better now because I'm not going to get embarrassed. Like, this is what I pride myself on, is being an athlete. So it's the same thing at the indoor, dude. When those little 5'3" Mexican guys, little 500-pound freaking 5'7" Mexicans would talk shit to me, and the next thing you know, I'm literally LeBron and pinning somebody off the backboard. It's like, because how many times did that happen?
I got a good look at a lot of them. I was like, damn, all right.
You know what I mean? And it's not that I'm the most athletic person. It's just like I get fueled by that.
Well, I think that basketball is like 75% mental and 25% physical. So yes, it is an athletic game. You do need to be able to get to point A to point B. But I think when you're driven by that, or if you find that that little pocket of inspiration, you're like, okay, all right, now I'm gonna turn up the heat because I need to. I need this. This is your motivation. Yeah. So basketball is definitely mental, because especially if you start, for a lot of people, I realize they will get burnt out, especially if they're like, this is a lot of people. If you're down by like 4 or 5 points and then you hit a 3 on them again, they're going to be like, okay, I'm kind of done. I'm not going to play defense on you. Yeah. And then you destroy them mentally. If you can destroy them mentally, game's over. You've won. Yeah. So that's David Goggins right there. Yeah. It's like taking people's souls.
There's a lot of stuff like that. Like, and I felt it a lot with you because honestly, me and you, now we play better together because I actually pass. But like when we first started playing,
we had to go through what we went through, like, the ruggedness of like, oh my god, like pass me the ball, like type thing. Yeah. We go through that to try to find out how we fit on the court.
Yeah, like it took a long time for me and you to actually be able to win together.
Yeah, now
we're on the court at the same time. Now we're good, and it comes down to like, before I felt like you trust me to score a lot, right? But you didn't necessarily trust me to have the ball in my hands. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, you just thought, like, oh, if he has the ball, he's just going to go get a bucket. Yeah. And it's like, no, when I have the ball, like, it's not that I'm just looking to score. When the games are close, I'm looking to score. Yeah. But it's like, I'm going to come down, attack your man. You're gonna bounce off of it, and I'm going to give you the ball, and you're going to hit a 3. Yeah. Like, I know that's going to happen. Yeah. I know that if I drive and kick you in the opposite corner, that you're going to hit the shot. And then you don't hit the shot. I'm like, Jordan, what the hell?
I know. I'm like, oh, my bad. I can usually predict before as soon as I feel the release. Yeah, I'm like, this is.
I feel like that's with me too, honestly. And not.
Once you shoot enough, it's like, you kind of know where that's landing.
And it's like.
I try my best to call it out left, right. Yeah. Short.
And it's frustrating because obviously I'm tall for the average person, but in basketball I'm not tall. Yeah. So like when we play with like my brother and stuff, like I'm the center.
I know, but it's not your position though.
But that's not my position. Like really, I'm a small forward. Yeah. I'm a shooting guard that can't shoot. I'm a point guard at an occasion, like when I want to be. Like I can pass really well. Yeah. But it's like a lot of people can't catch passes from me because I'm putting, speed and power behind every pass. And so like you finally are able to like I trust you catching passes now. And so like
Yeah.
that's made us play good together. And I'm not even that good. Like I can do certain things in basketball that like other people can't do. But
Yeah.
I'm not necessarily skilled at all. You know, I don't really have a left hand.
I've been working on my left hand hella, dude.
I have too. I can't really shoot.
Yeah.
But like I can. Like I
You
can't.
can when you turn it on. It's like a
Yeah.
switch almost.
But like middies.
That's what
I
I'm
don't.
saying, like, so
I
when
don't
I'm
shoot a
playing
lot of
against you-
middies, but I can hit a fucking midi.
Oh, you can for sure. But when that beast is awoken type thing. So like when I was playing with you last at Cascade,
Yeah.
dude, I was trying to wake up that beast. I was like, I'm
Yeah.
trying to poke the bear a little bit. Like, okay, come on, where are you at?
Yeah.
And I mean, you knew what I was doing. We were just
Yeah. We were having fun with it.
Yeah. But I love when that happens with you because then the same thing with me. Once you start playing better, it forces
Yeah.
me to get
Yeah.
even more engaged. We get into this
And like,
flow
dude,
state.
you blocked me, and I didn't even like flinch off of it. I wasn't like I didn't want to try harder or nothing. But you got me good. Dude.
I got you a couple times.
Yeah, but then the moment I realized, hey, this is probably our last game, and they keep on beating me,
Uh-huh.
and like, I pride myself on
Yeah.
being a winner.
Yeah.
Like, I'm
I
like,
know.
even if I don't win,
You won last game.
even if I don't win the game,
Mhm.
me individually is gonna do something that like I win.
Yeah. And you won
And
that
so
last
like,
game.
yeah, and how did I win the last game? Just
You-
give me the man 1-on-1.
Yeah, true. And then I also was like, we'll let you shoot. Let him shoot.
And
Right?
I
And
started
you're like, you don't want me to shoot. And I'm like,
And I just
yeah.
Well-
I bet that felt so good.
yeah. Well,
You're
that's
like-
what I mean, dude. I love shit talking in basketball. I
Me too.
never liked it in football, but I love it in basketball.
Dude, in basketball, it's different. It's like, because
In basketball, it just feels so much more disrespectful, dude.
I
really
know.
think so. Because in basketball, dude, it's like, in football, like when you talk shit, it's like, okay, these are like fighting words.
Yeah.
But in basketball, it's like you're trying to hurt this man's heart. Like really.
That's hilarious. Yeah, that's actually that's true. I hadn't thought about that. But okay, wait. Let's tie it back to this question. What was it again? Can
Can
you
you love someone and still cheat?
love someone sushi?
Am I wrong though about like people our age like can fall out of love really easily. Like that age of like 16 to like
For
say
sure.
you know,
So-
25.
Like overall, like I think the dating pool now is more. I think a lot of it has to do with the one night stands. A lot
Yeah.
of hookup culture has a lot. Obviously, that's like that. That's when you're in deep though with like modern dating and all that.
Yeah.
But even just on the day to day type of people that are just
Mhm.
trying to mingle.
Yeah.
I think with men, I think you as a man you should strive to do hard things in your life and learn as much as you can, and that's what brings you value. I agree with you.
Yeah.
I do think money that is definitely a plus.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you should strive for that, especially if you're going to be like a provider or whatever. Like you.
But
should,
that's not in the culture anymore, dude.
it
isn't though.
So is traditional love even okay anymore?
I don't think so. Because like look, when I think traditional love, like a traditional relationship, girlfriend and boyfriend, right?
Yeah.
It's like the guy makes majority of the money.
Mhm.
Girl might work, but
Yeah.
the guy makes the majority of the money. The girl handles all of the life stuff.
Mhm.
Like the guy doesn't go and pay the bill.
Mhm.
The guy makes the money to pay the bill.
Mhm.
The guy doesn't cook the food.
Yeah.
He pays for the food.
Uh-huh.
The guy does, and it depends. Like I think as a man, if there's ever a grill, I'm manning it.
Oh,
It's
for
a
sure.
job,
I
right?
think here's a hot take. Maybe it's not hot, but I think that
The man should always
cooking?
pick the meat.
Yeah. Well, I think cooking is more of a masculine thing than a feminine thing.
It depends on what it is.
Yeah.
As a man, I don't think I'd ever see myself making a salad or making desserts. I think that's what I'm saying.
Like baking.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm not too much of a baker.
But like, bro, if it.
But if you're cooking steak,
that's what I said.
that
If it's
is-
meat, like
yeah.
I feel cooking meat's a man's job.
okay, yeah, and I want to know why. Why do you think? Let's dig into it. Because I agree with you.
I don't know.
completely agree with you.
I think for me it's different though because the majority of the meat that I've ate in my the majority of the meat that I've ate in my
You
life,
just spit everywhere,
yeah,
bro.
it was so paused that I was baffled.
I know
but,
you were just salivating over the thought of it.
Most of the meat that I've ate in my life has been game meat. Have been
Yeah.
deer, elk, and recently bear. That was the best
Yeah.
thing I've ever cooked in my life.
Bear,
I made bear spaghetti.
thanks for inviting me.
Bro, you don't even. Well, I thought there'd be leftovers
Whatever.
because that was the day. That was the day that we went to Cascade. I told you that I was making bear spaghetti that night,
Oh yeah, I think you did. Yeah.
and I was gonna make it so I could eat at work.
Right.
And that was the first time I've ever cooked in my house where there wasn't a single noodle left.
That's how you know it was good, though.
That's how you know it's
Yeah.
good. And I usually don't like cooking. Like, I don't like cooking dinner, honestly. I'll cook steak or like I'll cook like tacos or you know if there's meat involved. But like the only thing I really like cooking is breakfast. I love
Really?
cooking, you know, pancakes, eggs, bacon, the works, dude. I love cooking breakfast. I think as a man, like, I feel like a man should make breakfast. Like
For sure.
Like
For sure. I see what
like
you're
when
saying.
you have
Yeah.
like a family and it's like say like a Saturday.
Because you got to get up earlier than everyone, right?
Yeah.
And then you got to get to work, dude. You got to
Right.
like.
And so like for me, I feel like in my dream scenario, you know, wife and kids and all,
Yeah.
you know, Saturday morning, my first day off,
Uh huh.
you know, I wake up early, go mow the lawn.
You're gonna have
Come
this.
inside.
You're gonna have this clip to your Hinge profile.
My grinder. But like, yeah, like, you know, said perfect Saturday morning for me is
Yeah.
like, you know, wake up early.
What's your ideal breakfast, dude? Give me that.
Dude, I never was really a French toast guy, but I'm a French toast guy.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
I'm not a breakfast foods guy really at all. I can do steak and eggs, but
Yeah.
pancakes. Well, cake in general. I'm not a cake
Yeah.
person. Pancakes. I can do waffles, but
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. I really want to be a breakfast guy, but
But like, dude, I see myself every morning, like every Saturday morning, wake up, mow the lawn, go cook freaking pancakes, eggs, you know, you know, smoothies, stuff like that in the morning. Like, like it doesn't even have to be like crazy, you know, just pancake, eggs, and bacon. Like that's a breakfast,
yeah, for sure.
right? And then you just make a smoothie, and you know, everybody wakes up, you know, goes brush their, you know, or comes eat, goes brush their teeth,
Yeah.
whatever, right? Like on my day off, dude, all I would want to do is like drink beer. Another one that
Yeah.
throw that freaking Steve Austin clip in there,
Yeah.
dude. Hell yeah, you know, drink a beer,
Yeah.
freaking, you know, sit there and fucking enjoy my life, dude. We'll go work on whatever car I'm working on, and you know, like on my day off, like I necessarily don't want to like be out and about. Like you know, right now on my days off, I love going to the gym, going to hoop, going to hang out with my friends, stuff like that. But like
Yeah.
on my day off, dude, I think it's just like I want to go work on my truck.
Yeah.
You know, I want to go work on this car. I want to go do this. You know, do some project of some kind. Like
you also
I
put
feel
yourself through these hard things like going to the gym. Going to the gym is like a lot of people
dude,
don't do that.
I
you know?
love that I'm back into the gym, dude.
Yeah.
Like for a long, because like dude, when I was in high school, dude, I was doing 3 workouts a day. Like I would wake up in the morning, go on a run before school.
Yeah.
I'm waking up at 4:35 a.m.
Yeah.
Go on a run. I was trying to hit 3 miles at least a day
Yeah.
in the morning. Come home.
I want to go play basketball right now, dude.
Come-
This is
come-
like I'm like
Come home, shower, get dressed for school,
yeah.
go to school, and I was supposed to take the bus because I didn't have my license until I was a senior. I was supposed to go to take the bus, but I would just walk to school instead. So I walked to school, and that's like another mile.
Yeah.
And then we'd have school, have football practice, do that. I'd always stay after for like another hour, hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. There's times that I stayed there until 9 p.m.
Yeah.
You know, get done at 5, stay till 9. So I'm literally there all day. And then I come home and I do, it started at 100 push-ups a day, 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups. And then it got up to, at one point I was, at peak my senior year, I was doing 500 push-ups and 200 sit-ups
Damn.
a day.
That's crazy.
Every single day, along with the 3 miles, along with that. And like you could tell the difference in my body from as a freshman at 230,
Yeah.
6'2", 230, and I was chubby. You could see my gut hanging out of my jersey. To sophomore year being, you know, still kind of big, but I was like 205.
Yeah.
And like, you know, still had baby fat, but I was starting to thin out to, you know, junior year, I was 175 pounds.
Yeah.
180 pounds. Like I was literally skin and bones. And at that point I was already 6'3". And then as a senior I was 195. And I had abs, I had arms. I was still skinny.
Yeah.
But like I had muscle now. And it was like there's a different type of muscle between like the lift weights muscle and the body weight muscle. I think the best a person could look is like CrossFitters. I think that build is the best a person could look. Compared to like somebody that's like a big gym bro, you know.
Yeah,
like,
I
I
agree
think
with
that
that.
like
I they call like gym muscles, right?
yeah. And it's like, dude, I always had functional strength. Like I never lifted crazy amounts of weight.
Yeah.
You know, in high school I got up to like a 420 squat. I could deadlift, 450. I could probably hit 500 pounds in high school.
Yeah.
But I couldn't bench that much. I hit 225 in my senior year for the first time.
Yeah, but you could last though. Yeah, the endurance.
It wasn't
yeah.
even that. It was like, dude, but I prided myself when there's no person, even now, I don't think there's a single person that I know that I can't pick up off their feet. And
I
I
would say
literally
me just because I want you to touch me, but
no, but like weight wise, like there's this
No,
guy.
I know what you're saying.
There's this guy
I
that
know
goes
what
to LA named Otis. He's a big guy, and
God.
he was like, "Yeah, you can't pick me up. You can't pick me up." He's like 320 pounds, and I picked him up like it was nothing. And it's not that it was nothing. It was just like that's what I pride myself. That's my type of strength. I
Yeah.
like, and it just comes back to like, dude, I
I
never.
think you also hunt for that challenge too. When you have that
Oh,
challenge,
yeah,
someone's
don't-
like,
don't
you can't
fucking
do,
put me.
you can't
Well,
do this. You're like,
um,
yeah, I can.
I remember, somebody's dad or somebody's mom was like, you can't pick up their dad,
Oh yeah.
and you were there, weren't you?
I
Yeah.
guess, yeah.
And I literally picked him up like this.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
he was like 180 pounds. Like
Yeah.
he was the heaviest person I've ever done. Like I did that to you,
Mhm.
and I did that to another person, and I've done that to a few people. But like they've never been over that like 165, 170.
Dude, that is so
Emasculating. That is
emasculating.
crazy.
It's ridiculous.
And the fact that like she was so confident and like you like do it to him, do it to him.
Yeah.
And it's like, bro, that would
Dude.
break my heart.
I had secondhand
Embarrassment,
I
yeah.
was
But then to me, it was a challenge though, so I had to do it.
right. And not only a challenge, but a challenge by someone's mom. Like, this is a mother
Yeah.
saying, you can't do this to my husband. Like,
Yeah.
bro, what?
And
Watch this, girl.
and it wasn't easy. I actually had to lock in.
I understand. I think that's with a lot of things. It's okay to admit that, but you
Like-
still fucking execute it.
Well, yeah, but like it was different. Like you're not small. Like you're not a small guy either. But like when I
Yeah.
did it to you, it was like I didn't have to use my
fucking
leg.
randomly. I hate that shit. You do it to me randomly. I'm like, I feel good in the moment. All of a sudden, I feel like a
Like little
girl.
baby. But that's what I mean. Like I'm not necessarily that strong. Like now, like my PR, all time for like most lifts, like my squat was like a 450 mark.
Mhm.
I had like around that 450 mark.
Yeah.
I deadlifted I think it was like 520 or something like that,
Yeah.
like 515, 520. I cleaned 245, hang clean, or power clean, I mean. I hang clean 225, and then I bench 270. And I'm a big guy, but I'm really not that strong when it comes to weights. Like you would think somebody my size, especially I was just 250. You'd think
Mhm.
somebody at 250, 6'4", 250 would be able to bench 300 pounds. But I
Mhm.
can't. But if you want me to pick up a 300-pound person and throw him, I can do it.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm not that strong. But the fact that I can take a full-grown man and pick him up like he's a toddler shows that I'm strong.
Yeah.
Because that's literally how you pick up a baby. You know?
I know.
And like with somebody your size, I was able to completely luck out with you. With him, I got to like here.
Yeah.
But that's what I mean. Like I'm not that strong, but the fact that I can do that shows my strength.
Yeah.
But I can never do that with weights. I can never do that with.
Interesting. I think getting it. It's different environments, different mental spaces. Different,
Yeah.
There's a lot of different factors that go into it for sure that I could definitely see that apply. But
I
and
can't-
it is pretty insane.
So emasculating.
And it really is. And someone needs to humble you. No,
Dude, I've had my ass whooped. Like
no, I'm saying someone needs to pick you up like a little
Oh.
bit. And
Oh.
I'll be that person. Just give me a couple months. But yeah, I think men now, like guys now that are in the modern dating pool, they need to do harder things to become more. It needs to be like appealing for the girl to stand next to this guy. You know, like
Yeah.
she needs to want to stand next to, like I want to be side by side with him. You know.
Yeah.
I think not a lot of guys strive for that, partly because this one might be a little controversial, but I think that girls need to say no to sex more specifically, just because like guys are always gonna want sex. Like that's like
Always,
the one
always,
thing that guys want, and if girls say yes to that, so this hookup culture, right? If girls say yes to that within the first night, you know, for a second, however, like the first period.
It's the same thing as like I try to say that having a high body count as a guy is impressive. Having a high body count as a girl is not.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Okay.
That's another hot take. We're on some coals right now. But basically, I think that if girls said no to guys more, specifically with sex, it would encourage them to be better men.
Yeah.
You know, and do harder things, become more appealing to this girl
Mhm.
to try to win them over a little bit. You know.
Well, I think like as a this is very toxic as a man.
Is
Like
it?
it could be seen as very toxic.
Okay.
But like when I'm with a girl,
Uh-huh.
she's what I'm showing off.
Okay.
So like I'm very possessive, right?
Yeah.
So like I don't want any other guy to feel like they have a chance with my girl. But at the same time, I want everybody to know that that's my girl.
So what you're showing off, so is you saying this is my girl showing off? Like, I'm trying to differentiate the two, but I think that they're the same statement. So
like, I'm not trying to show it off as in like.
Do you think that
show it off, come get it? I'm showing it off as like, this is mine. And
let's say a girl. Okay, yeah, I see that. Let's say a girl wants to do that with you. How do you feel? Is it the same thing, or is it like?
But it's not the same way.
Why not?
Like, if I'm in public, right, and I'm walking through the mall.
Yeah.
And my girl her arms are wrapped around my arm. Like, I'm walking like this, and she's hugging my arm.
Yeah.
Right. To me, that's like I'm showing off my girl.
Oh, you're saying that this is mine and you guys can't. You didn't get this.
Yeah.
I see.
You didn't get this, right?
So that's not toxic at all, then.
No, but listen, this because that's like possessive, right? So that can be seen as toxic. Because being possessive in a relationship can absolutely be seen as toxic.
I think
but at the same time, the way that I'd like a girl to show me off is different than that. In public, I don't want to be, I'm not gonna be hugging my girl's arm. I'm not gonna be hugging my girl from the back.
I completely agree with you. Yeah.
I want my girl to like just randomly post a picture of me.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm sitting there driving and she just snaps a picture of me.
She's taken.
Yeah.
I see.
And the other way to show it off is like, wear my name around your neck.
Yeah.
Like, have a necklace with my name on it, or have a picture of me in the back of your phone. Have me be your lock screen.
Mm-hmm.
Have me, have pictures of me in your car. Like that. That's how I see a girl showing me off, is like something that you don't have to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's not bare minimum behavior. Like, bare minimum behavior is like, hey, I'm taken. Like, if I went to go, if you're a girl and I was like, damn, dude, you're so cute, being like, I have a boyfriend, get the fuck away from me.
Right.
Like, that's bare minimum.
Yeah.
But like, you having, a picture of us in the back of your phone, or like, to me, that's showing me off.
Yeah.
And like, I can be the first one to say, like, dude, I've not always had self-worth. And there was a good period these past couple months where honestly I was becoming a bum, dude. Like, didn't care about myself, didn't care about my appearance.
Every time I ask you to hang out, you say no too. So it's like you're just kind of cooping up in your room.
Yeah, and it's like, dude, I didn't care about my room being clean. I didn't care about my truck working. I didn't care about any of that stuff. Like, I honestly saw myself becoming fucking a bum, dude.
Yeah.
When I think of people that aren't worth shit, are the people that were like, just kind of went with the flow.
Mm-hmm.
And I caught myself doing that.
Yeah.
It took a huge life change for me to realize that, but like, I was becoming a bum, and that sucks.
Yeah.
But it also helped. The fact that I was able to identify that and make it change so quickly speaks to the type of person that I am. And like, my biggest thing, honestly, is like, what people like in a guy is somebody that cares about themselves.
Yeah, for sure. Do you think so that's actually, I think I wrote that one down on here. Right here. Do we confuse self-love with narcissism?
Oh my god, dude. So all throughout school I got told that I had a
These are good, right? These are some bangers.
These are some good questions. So all throughout high school I got told that I had a big ego.
Uh-huh.
And I did necessarily. Like, when it came to like football especially, I was always like, yeah, I'm the best.
Yeah.
But you have to have that when you're in sports. Right? And it wasn't necessarily like, there was people, and I would gladly admit that there's people that were better than me. My junior year I wasn't the best person on the team.
Yeah.
There's people that are more athletic, were just better than me. But if you asked me if I could beat them, I would say yes.
Right.
And that takes like a certain amount of Siri, shut the fuck up. Okay, that takes a certain amount of like self-confidence, but that can be mistaken as an ego 100%. The fact that I just walked around thinking I was the best, like, that might be ego.
Is it mistaken or is it ego?
Part of it is ego, but there's a big difference between ego and confidence. So like, ego is something that you can't back up. Confidence is something that you back up.
It's kind of like confidence and arrogance a little bit. Like, ego has something to do with arrogance.
Yes, yeah, exactly. So like, when I think of ego, I think of like somebody that's egotistical. Like, they might look good, they might look big and strong, but they aren't actually strong.
Yeah.
Confidence is like, if you walk around, chest out, head held high, that's being confident. But having an ego is like slouched back, just kind of like that's somebody that's like could be seen as egotistical.
Yeah.
I never did that, dude. I always had my shoulders rolled forward, head down. But if you asked me if I could whoop your ass, I was gonna say yes.
Yeah.
It's so like, I never saw it as an ego, and I was definitely had egotistical moments.
For sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, confidence is understanding the limit too. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
like you have confidence in, you can have confidence in failing, you can have confidence in anything, right?
Yeah.
So I think, yeah, it's just understanding your limitations if we're talking about confidence in yourself.
Yeah.
But I think that definitely today a lot of people confuse self-love with narcissism. These are all like,
These are some good questions.
dude, I was really trying to cook with them. If there's any other like,
Who has more men on podcasts or women on TikTok?
that's a good question, right? Come on, bro. Tell me. Okay, so here's for context. This book right here, I'll write down my ideas in here, and so there's this idea that I want to do with like the podcast is where we go talk to real people, see what they think. But I need some hard hitters. I need some banger questions, and for it to be interesting, for people to be like want to sit down and be like, yeah, I'll talk to you for a second, because this seems like I don't know, like, bruh, is astrology just female racism?
That's a crazy take. No,
You don't think so?
No, because what's the difference between astrology and religion? Because really, what people base on astrology, they base it off stars. That's a real thing.
Mm-hmm.
Most religions were based off this figure of Jesus Christ. Like, even if it wasn't based off of, they all believe that Jesus Christ was a real person. Majority of them, right?
Yeah.
And so, like, there's always some truth to all of them.
Yeah.
And so I don't say like, oh yeah, like astrology girls are crazy. I think it's a red flag. But like
why is that a red flag?
Because even me as a Christian man, I don't 100% believe in the Bible. So
it's hard. So that's what another thing with Christianity is, like, to believe in something is to like completely devote yourself to.
Yeah.
Right. So if you truly believe the Bible is true,
you're 100% devoted to every word
Right.
that it says.
Right. So it's like, what does that even mean? Believe, like,
Yeah.
believe is such a
So
weird
so
word,
like
right?
I believe in God. I believe in Jesus Christ, but I
Yeah.
don't necessarily always follow what the Bible says is right.
Why not? If you believe it to be true, then why wouldn't you do that?
Because I also believe in the circumstances that changed over these past 2,000 years.
I guess I need to know like specifically an example.
Well,
If you can think of, if you can, it's fine. But
like marriage, right?
marriage, okay.
Like sex before marriage,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
I don't believe that is a bad thing, right? Because back then, even now, a woman's more attractive if she hasn't been with a bunch of men.
Yeah.
And so I think that like that part of the Bible, I could be wrong, but
Yeah.
the way I interpret it is like, that a woman is worthy of your love, of your time,
Mhm.
of having a family and stuff if she hasn't been with a bunch of men. Right? And so like now there's other ways to tell that,
Yeah.
And the roles of man and woman then were very different than they are now. They're very different from they were 200 years ago.
For better or for worse.
It doesn't matter if it's for better or for worse.
I'm just asking your opinion.
I don't know. I didn't live that.
I think for worse.
I don't know.
Maybe not 200 years ago, but maybe like, let's say 30 years ago.
I don't think so. I think
Like 1990. Well, I mean, you're admitting that it's harder in today's modern dating pool.
yeah,
So
it
why-
is.
So,
it is.
so
it is.
would you?
It's harder for a person like me, So
Just the
so
average.
you can attest. This isn't an egotistical thing. This isn't. I'm not the average guy
In what way?
in every way. Not only am I not 5'8", 5'9",
Yeah,
I'm not
you're above that
180
6 foot mark.
pounds.
Uh-huh.
I'm not. I'm.
This is.
I was below the medium in household
I
income.
can't guarantee everyone might agree with.
Well, I
because
don't. I'm saying that's why I said you can attest.
Okay. Yeah,
right?
okay.
Because
I think
I'm not the average guy, especially not the average 20-year-old.
for sure.
And so, like, I can't say, everybody will agree with me because they won't.
Yeah.
And that's what an opinion is. They don't have to agree with me.
Right.
It's the same thing with religion. It's the same thing with political beliefs. It's
Yeah.
like you don't have to agree with me. That's
Yeah.
what the purpose of it is. Like,
Yeah.
we can all have our own opinions. That's the point of fucking America. We're supposed to be free. We're supposed to have
Yeah.
our free opinion. But I've never once forced my opinion on somebody. If okay, I can't say that actually.
Like,
But like I'm just trying to give them the information to change their mind or open up their realm of thought.
you've
'Cause-
never pressed somebody into the corner, like, think what I'm thinking.
Yeah, well, I guess in a relationship I have, because there's a lot of girls nowadays are very are very comfortable around a lot of guys, which is crazy because there's also that half of women or girls or whatever, females or whatever they identify as like, men rape, men do this, men do that, men are bad, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, there's a lot of girls and women and people in this world that are very defenseless around men.
Yeah.
And don't see the worst in men. And like for me, it's like I know what a man is capable of because I've seen it with my own eyes. It's happened to me. It's happened to people around me. Like I've been punched in the face, you know, and I've seen women get hit by men. And so like I know what a man is capable of. I am a man. And so like when women are defenseless around men, especially in a relationship, and I'd be like, hey, like I don't like that. Don't do that. Don't do that. You have to keep yourself safe when I'm not there. When I'm there, I'm 100% always going to keep you safe, whether my life's at stake or not. And I don't like situations that a woman will put me at risk, but I will deal with them either way.
Yeah.
And my job as a man in a relationship is to make sure that the woman is safe. So like I will be like, hey, I don't like you talking to these guys. I feel like
that's every relationship.
Yeah, it is. But that's also like an old mindset.
And if it's not that though, you should reevaluate because I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. There is nothing wrong with that. But this is from our opinion because we think that way.
Right, but I'm convinced that this is something that's not.
I'm very confident.
It's like like yes, people think other things, but I think they're only thinking other things because they're like kind of being okayed in a way.
Yeah.
And I think if you're like not willing to protect, if you're a man in a relationship and you're not willing to protect your significant other, that your significant other should reevaluate being with you.
Well, I think as a man, it feels like if you don't do that, then you don't care about the girl.
For sure, dude. Like if let's say we're like, you know, not us, but because if we're dating, then we're just gonna protect each other.
Yeah. Know? Well, like I just said, we were just talking about going to downtown and talking to strangers, and and your girlfriend was like worried when you were gonna do it by yourself that you wouldn't be safe.
Yeah.
And even as a man, you have to fear for your own safety sometimes.
For sure.
You know?
Yeah.
But I literally told her, I said, I'll guarantee Jordan's safety. Yeah. The same way that if I'm with a girl and I take a girl on a date and I would tell her dad, like, I guarantee you that this girl will be okay. Yeah. Right?
Well, and that doesn't mean the same thing for you though.
Exactly.
Like, if something happens to you, like I'm there for it, right?
Exactly.
So this is a mutual exchange. But if it was like, let's say, you know, my girlfriend, when I'm down there doing something to me or her, I am getting her away from the situation and dealing with it. Not like if it's me and you, I'm not gonna get you away from the situation. I'm like, oh, he's here to help. This guy's like,
well, that's awesome. Yeah, that's the thing too. And for me, like I could get like, I don't need a man to protect me. I could get that behavior. And dude, trust me, when I have daughters, when I have a wife, they're gonna take jujitsu. They're you know they will take boxing classes. I will teach them how to shoot a gun. I think my woman will have a concealed carry and will be good with a pistol. And like we'll understand how a weapon works and all this stuff. We'll know how to fight. We'll know how to flee. We'll know how to, you know, how to do certain situations. And at least for me as a man, like that's my job to teach them that.
Yeah.
And because I'm not always there, but trust me, I could be in fucking Africa, and if my girl is here, and she called me and said somebody broke into the house, I don't feel safe here, I'm immediately sending her money to go get a hotel, and then I'm immediately flying back. Immediately, doesn't matter what I'm doing. I could be out there fucking, you know, digging wells for kids out there, and I would drop everything because it's my but like that just shows like what's important to me, right? Like, see what I mean by
a well gonna do for a kid, bro?
Like water for kids in Africa, bro.
Oh my god! I thought okay.
You thought I was digging a well to bury little kids? What are you talking about? Who am I, David? What are you talking about? Fucking 15-year-old
Dude,
girl.
I don't know. Honestly, my mind was just on.
But that I'm just mean like for me, like that's my number one priority is making sure those girls safe.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. And I completely agree with you, especially because like so, in your relationship too, like if you're watching this in your relationship, if you guys are in bed at night and someone's breaking in the house, there's no way that guy is sending the woman down there.
There's no way that the guy and the girl are hiding underneath the bed.
There's no way. And if that's the case, then that relationship needs to be reevaluated.
Like, and that doesn't mean that you guys don't love each other. It doesn't mean nothing.
Right.
But it's just like, as a man, you should never want to be put in that situation where your girl has to stand up for you.
Yeah. And I say reevaluate, not break up, right? Like,
well,
talk about that or think about it at least.
I think, like, in a relationship, I don't think you should ever... Okay. This is hypocritical of me.
Okay.
But I don't think you should ever think of breaking up as a first option.
Well,
Ever. Even a second option, even a third option. I think breaking up, it depends on what type of relationship you've been in. If you've been in a long-term
For sure.
relationship and you guys have been committed to each other, I think, and you've talked about marriage, and you've talked about kids, you talked about that type of life.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like you have to make a push to find happiness with each other
For sure.
and make it work. And that's
if
what
you've talked about that though,
Yes.
in marriage as well.
Yes.
Marriage applies more
Yes.
so than that. But
and yeah, because that means that you've kind of made a commitment in the long term.
yeah, you're setting up goals.
Yeah.
For, like,
And so like that's hard to like. I can speak from experience, dude. I had a situation happen, and I immediately was like, "We're done."
mm-hmm.
I thought completely off emotion, no logic behind it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It was completely emotional based, and I regretted the decision in the moment. I regretted the decision the next day. I regret the decision to this day.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't mean that like, I wasn't in the right to be upset.
Right.
It just means that the fact that I thought about breaking up means that I didn't value that relationship, and I had to reevaluate that. And I did that same mistake 3 or 4 times before I learned it.
Mm-hmm.
And every single time I regretted it. And to this day I still regret it, but I reevaluated it, and that became not an option. When I think of a relationship, dude, I actually, a couple months ago, I stopped at a garage sale and talked to this old man.
Mm-hmm.
And he was talking about his wife and his kids, and him and his wife split after like 20 years. And I was like, do you regret it? And he was like, no. The only reason why that marriage ever worked is because we just worked at it all the time. And I was like, that's what a relationship is, dude. You nonstop are going to run into problems with a relationship. You're nonstop not going to agree.
Yeah.
But a relationship is something that is constantly evolving, constantly working on. Like,
Yeah.
it's never going to be perfect.
Yeah.
Things are always going to happen, dude. You can talk to the couple that's been married for fucking 70 years.
Yeah.
And there's something that day that he did that upset that girl.
Yeah, because after a certain point, like after that honeymoon phase goes, you need to start finding reasons,
Yes.
right, to love this person.
Yep.
Finding different ways, because it's not always going to be the same either.
Yep.
It's gonna, like you're saying, it's gonna evolve and go into different paths. But at the same time, too, like a road only goes
So far.
So where it's supposed to. Right?
Yeah. And so like, not all relationships are made to work.
Yeah, like a road goes where a road goes. Like it just
The destination's the destination, dude.
Exactly.
It's not always supposed to work out. And relationships are honestly they're big pieces in growing as a person. Like going through a breakup, stuff like that is it helps a lot with growing, and it accelerates it. But the same way America has been with war. Every single time America's been in a war, we've evolved as a country and as a society so much. Like technology's advanced. Dude, we wouldn't have cars if it wasn't for war.
Oh my gosh, dude! I was at the World War II museum, the biggest one in Louisiana.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, that thing it's crazy. Like, I think you would find it really cool. It sounds really boring, but like it was really cool. I was looking at this exhibit with the planes.
Mm-hmm.
We've evolved our planes like exponentially throughout World War II than any other time in history, dude. It was because we needed to get those things out. We needed to be better, technologically advanced.
Damn, we just compared a relationship to war. Hell yeah.
That's a 2 men on a podcast for you to.
Yeah, that's the one.
It really is though. It's
Yeah.
like you go to war with the country and y'all come out stronger at the end.
Yep.
So, but so is astrology racism?
How the fuck did we get to that? Because we were just talking about girls.
Racism for female. So okay, I'm going for the sake of the argument. Yes, I did come up with a question. If I'm gonna say astrology, in a way, do you see what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm getting at?
It's birthist. It's not racist. It's
Yes.
birthist.
Yes. Well, it's
because those are all based off the day that you were born in the stars.
I guess I was choosing buzzwords for this, so it's like
Yeah, I know.
So, but you're saying that you're a bad person because you were born in June.
Yeah.
You fucking.
We're not compatible because you were born in this.
That's like.
Yeah.
Come on, why are you about it? Because some people take that seriously though.
That's fishing, bro. That's fishing for problems, and fishing for problems. We fucking all do it, dude. We all.
Well, yeah, but that's a pretty extreme one because some people will devote themselves to it, right?
Well, it's the same way that girls are. They'll completely not date a guy if they're under 6 foot. They wouldn't even look at a guy if he's under 6 foot.
Yeah.
And so, like, but that's women, dude. That's well.
Is it okay do you think that's fine?
I think some of the best people I know are 6 foot.
So no.
No, I don't think it's okay. Because it's the same way, dude. I necessarily don't like heavier set people.
I knew you were gonna go here.
Well, okay, but look, I don't necessarily like heavier set people because I don't think they have self-respect. But that doesn't mean that these can't be good people.
Mm-hmm.
And like that me saying that can get clipped out of context.
Mm-hmm.
But it absolutely, like, to me, like, doesn't mean that they can't be the best people you ever. Dude, some of the fucking coolest, funniest people I know are heavier set people. And technically me, when I was 250 pounds, I was technically obese.
I'm technically overweight.
But that's what damn, then what am I? Fuck.
No, seriously, I
Yeah.
looked it up, and I'm technically overweight. I'm
But-
technically 5 pounds overweight.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I mean. Like, but it's ours is a different example. But
We're talking about like heavy set.
heavy, over 300 pounds.
Yeah.
You know,
As
And
like
could-
at like 5'5".
like 5'5", 280. Like you're heavier set. You're
Yeah.
big. You're a big person. And that doesn't just because I don't agree with how you treat yourself doesn't mean that you can't be an amazing person.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't mean that people can't love you. Doesn't mean that you can't do great things. It just
Yeah.
means for me, like that's what I see first. It's the same way that racist people see fucking your skin color first.
Yeah.
But that can mean I'm fat phobic, but I'm not. I won't. It's not like I won't talk to somebody because they're fat. It doesn't mean that I won't. Be
You're-
friends with somebody because they're fat.
I wonder if there's a word for like obese phobic. Like, I wonder if there's a word for that. Because then you are.
Well, for me, it's just like I can't respect you if you don't respect yourself.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like people that cheat.
Oh, yeah.
It's the same way. Like I can't
Good
respect
tie.
you because I wouldn't make the decision.
Good time.
And like, I can't respect you because you don't respect yourself. It's the same way with people that, I don't believe in. Like I have a nose piercing, I have ears piercings, and I have tattoos.
Yeah.
Right. A lot of people don't think that's like messing up my beauty or whatever. Right. But the only time I ever disagree with it is like when people black out their face, or people have crazy amounts of piercings or like something. That's the only time that like I don't really. It's not my thing.
Yeah.
I'm not going to shit on you because you have it, but I'm going to look at you differently, right?
Jenna.
But like even Jenna, dude, that's her aesthetic, bro.
Yeah.
Like, that is.
See, she has a niche category, and
Yeah.
it's like she.
And that doesn't mean that she's ugly or anything. That literally
I wasn't.
I wouldn't do that. But like it looks cool on her. It
Yeah.
fits her.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And so like that doesn't mean that I don't
wonder-
like people like that.
I wonder if that's gonna be forever.
That's the same way I feel about tattoos. Because tattoos can age terribly. Mine so far, I've only had it for a couple months, but it looks just as dark as the day I got it because I
Yeah.
take care of it.
Yeah.
But like my piercings, I said once I have kids, I'm not gonna have nose piercings. We'll
Yeah.
keep my ears pierced, but the nose piercing's leaving as soon as I have kids because that's a hole that closes up really fast too.
Yeah.
And it's like I've had my ears pierced fucking 10 times in my life,
Mhm.
and I think it just kind of adds a little something to my look. It wasn't that I was boring looking before, but I was like I didn't have anything like
something.
special, I guess. I'm just
Are
a
you
big.
fishing for compliments.
Yeah, I am. No,
Okay.
it's like I'm a big guy,
Yeah.
and like that stands out. But I wanted something
Yes.
off of that. You know?
Yes. Anything else stand out to you? I mean, we can get to we can go one by one if you want to. But like, I guess which question would you be more interested
Ooh.
in? What?
I like this one. Would you rather your ex be ugly or happy?
Yeah, isn't that good?
Yeah, that is good. Well, I guess.
Happy, right? Because then you're probably a fucking bad person.
Yeah, but even that question, like, would you rather, like, in a breakup, would you rather your ex suffer or find happiness? I think that's a better way to put it because ugly is like.
Okay, I'll have to rewrite that in. But yeah, I think if you don't say so, I try to argue both sides. For when I'm writing the questions, I'm trying to argue both sides
Yeah.
because I want to know how far the question could go. Like if we were hypothetically going to ask real people, I need to be able to
Yeah.
like kind of see both sides
Well,
of the
like,
coin.
I can see both, dude.
For sure, yeah. I
Like
can
like
too.
like I feel like a
For
lot of
that
people.
one, I agree with the happiness though.
So do I. I think that's a more mature thing.
Yeah.
So like I would never want anybody that I've ever been in a relationship with or been even friends with. Like if we fall out of a friendship, we fall out of any type of relationship, dating or not.
Yeah.
I want them to be the most successful they can possibly be, dude. I actually
Yeah.
cared about this person at the
Yeah.
time. Like that just because I like I put it as like if I said I loved you,
Mhm.
that doesn't mean that I just love you right now. That means I'll love you the rest of my life. No matter how bad you do me, no matter what happens, you could fucking cut off my toes, you could cut off my dick, doesn't matter, right? Like,
Dude.
like really, if I said I loved you and I meant
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
that goes for the rest of my life. That's
Okay.
a commitment to me
Saying it in meaning it.
in meaning it because I don't usually say it if I don't mean it.
Okay.
Like you, dude. I'm pretty sure I've said on the phone before, like, love you, bye.
Love you is different than I love you.
But for me, it's like that means that like if I saw something happen to you,
Yeah.
I'm gonna call your family. I'm gonna call your girlfriend. I'm gonna go out of my way to go check on you, make sure you're okay, and do what I can to make
This
you
has
happy.
been like the most intimate we've ever been. I feel
But
like.
okay, this isn't gay, dude. This isn't gay. I'm using it as an example. Though.
Intimate in not a gay way.
Oh.
In like a
Oh, this whole podcast in general has been very like.
in a good way, not a good way.
I think
Not that good
I
is
think
gay.
this will help.
Good gay isn't good, but
I think this will help people understand me better, which is cool.
for sure.
And a lot of these people don't even fucking know me, but still.
Yeah.
I think I'm a good representation of what kind of the conservative male is nowadays.
Yeah. You're red pilled. I think people are probably gonna. I've been kind of classified as a red pilled, like especially at the podcast.
Yeah.
Like this technically is a red pilled podcast,
yeah.
which is unfortunate, but whatever.
Well,
like-
because I don't want to. I guess I can't speak for you, but I don't want this podcast to be put in one category. But me and you are both people that are very open to change and very open to like new opinions. Like,
yeah,
dude,
that's
I
good,
could have said something in this podcast that fucking next week I'm like, yeah, no, fuck no. I wish my ex would fucking suffer. I wish he would.
I wish he was ugly.
I wish you'd crash and freaking burn. No,
Yeah.
but like I don't right now, and I honestly don't think I'll ever will.
Yeah.
But like we
But that's
are
what you're
very,
saying, yeah.
we are very open to change, right?
For sure.
Like if we sat down here and we debated with somebody that was
Yeah.
politically different, right? If they say something that is true, and something that
Well,
is
yeah, we're
we're
gonna be like,
100%
okay,
going
good
to
point.
agree, right?
Yeah.
And that doesn't mean that like we aren't always going to be right,
No.
you know?
But that's the point of talking about it.
Exactly.
Right?
And that's the thing about debating in general, dude. It's all to get more information. And people separate the two. They think debating and arguing are the same thing, and they're not.
Oh, for sure. No.
When you argue, it's you getting your point across.
Yeah.
When you debate, it's you giving information to try to educate the other person to believe in the same thing as you.
Or putting your arguments out there to see how it holds if it can hold water. You know,
Yeah.
like you're exploring. Like for me, I try not to ever really argue. Like I don't have any point in arguing because that's like
We argue all the time.
You're heightening your negative emotions really high. But debating is like staying collected, also pursuing capital T truth. Like what is
Capital T truth. He said it like a real white boy. Oh my God, love to
Bro,
see
what?
it. No, I'm
Come
messing
on,
with
dude.
you. But
Come on, bro.
no, that's
But we're finding the
truth.
what the real truth is, not
Yeah.
my truth or your truth, but because that's a thing. Like
Yeah.
my truth is this. I'm trying to find that capital T.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like what is the real truth?
truth. And for even politics and stuff, like as general public, we won't know the actual truth. So
Well, with politics, what about philosophy? Because
even then, no,
politics-
because
I mean, it's worth exploring.
yes, it is worth exploring, and you could debate about anything, right? But like, there's only a couple things in this world that are yes and no, that are flat out answers, right or wrong, right?
That's debatable.
Yes, Jordan, we can debate that, but there really is.
I agree with you.
It's like, how do you
But at
open
the
up
same-
that door, Jordan?
Dude, there's no right way to. Has anyone ever told you this is how you open a door, Gio?
No, I'm asking right now. How does that door open?
How does it open?
Yeah.
Like, how do I open it, or how does it physically, mechanically open it? Like,
You can give me both if you want, but I don't think you physically know how it mechanically works.
oh, how it mechanically works?
No, I'm saying you could give me both answers. So how would you open that door?
Do you want to open it for you?
No, I want you to explain to me how you open up that
I'm
door.
gonna get up, go to it, turn the doorknob, and open it.
Right?
Or, you can push the door too.
Yes, but this exact door, you would go up to it, turn the door handle, and pull it open.
Right.
That if you were to push that door, it's not opening. If you were just to
That
pull
doesn't
on
mean
it,
it's not
no,
possible,
listen.
though.
Well, yeah, I could push it through the fucking frame, Jordan.
Right. So.
But I'm saying, how would you open that door? I'm asking you.
Yes.
How would you open that door?
Yeah.
And that exact door, you twist the handle and pull it.
Right.
If you were to just pull the handle towards you, it's not opening.
Or you have to twist, as you're saying.
That you have to open that door. Well, I don't know. I'm just saying that that's how you open that door. So that's the right answer, right? That's a flat out right answer. But if I asked you, how do you open this can? Do you pull the tab this way, right? And then you pull it till this thing is all the way down? Or do you pull it till it just
But
barely
there's
opens?
not a right answer to that because you can
Exactly.
stab it with something,
Exactly.
right? Like
That's why I said-
Well, the same thing with this. You could push it through, and it might not be the way it's built. Like that is designed to do that, and this is designed to do this.
But this little tab in here, right?
Yeah.
There's people that do. I don't know if the camera can see, but this
Yeah.
is pushed where the silver tab is all the way back.
Yeah.
There's people that every single time they open a can will do that.
Yeah.
There's people that just barely crack it till the liquid comes out,
Yeah.
right? There's no right or wrong way, as long as this thing you could drink out of this that it's designed to do. Right or wrong way if that silver tap is all the way back or slightly open. There's no right or wrong way, right? Right? But we can debate on which one's right and which one's wrong.
Right.
But there isn't an answer to that.
That's what I'm debating. I'm saying that there is no right way for that.
That door is designed
Yes.
for you to twist it and pull it towards you from
Yes.
this side. From the other side, you twist it and push.
Right.
So from this side of the door, there's only one right answer on how mechanically to open that door the proper way. On the other side,
Proper being the way it's designed.
the way it's designed, yes.
Okay.
So that's what I mean. We could debate about this.
That's where I can argue. See, the way it's designed, though, right? So if you take things that are morally, this is where religion. would
Okay,
come in.
transgender works.
Huh?
The way it's designed, a man has a penis, a man inserts penis into a woman gets pregnant. Okay?
Yes. Okay.
So that's how it's we are mechanically designed that way,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
There is other ways to get pregnant besides that way.
Like what? Like surrogate?
No, because you could store your semen and
I see.
two women can buy it and get themselves inseminated.
Do you think that there's anything ethically wrong with that?
No, we do it with cows.
Cows and humans don't have the same moral value.
We're all animals.
But
Moral
humans.
value. How do you measure moral value? Intelligence?
No, definitely not.
Because I could say cows are more intelligent than we are.
I'm not saying that cows are more intelligent. I think that humans are more valuable than cows are, though.
I don't either. I hunt and I don't think that.
No, but you just compared the human sperm to cow sperm, though. I
don't think that a human's life's worth anything less than a cow's life.
a human's life is not worth anything less than a cow's life. Like, well, yeah.
Or anything more. I mean, I think every single time that an animal dies,
Yeah.
is
It's the equivalent
is
of
an
a
equivalent to a human dying.
Why?
And I hunt. That's what I'm saying.
That's an interesting thing.
So the thing with me is like, the reason why I don't necessarily I'll go to the grocery store and buy meat.
Yeah.
The reason why I don't necessarily believe in that is because we kill a lot of animals
Right.
that are caged up and farmed, right?
I think sentience is a big thing to do with it too.
Yeah,
Sentience
yeah.
and because cows aren't sentient. Cows,
There's a religious belief that you're not allowed to kill a cow.
which religion?
One of the ones over in like China or something or India
Oh,
or something.
well,
You're not allowed.
yeah.
I think it's Hinduism.
Oh, it might be.
But
But I don't
like because they don't eat beef.
So if I was given like the option to either kill a human or a cow, I would kill a cow. But
Yeah.
why?
But I don't know why you would do that. But like for me, it's like
It doesn't matter.
I don't believe in groceries. Like I believe in grocery stores, but I don't at the same time. It's like I would much rather grow my own food because I'm growing the exact amount that I need. I'm not killing anything that I don't need to kill. Right.
Right.
I go hunting and I kill one elk, and that one elk's worth of meat can feed me for the entire year. Compared to I'm going
Yes.
to go and I'm going to buy a steak this week,
So-
and that's from one cow.
So-
And then the next steak that I buy is going to be from a different cow, and the next steak is going to be from a different cow.
Yeah.
We're killing to feed masses of people. When it's
Right.
hunting,
Right.
you're killing that one animal to feed you.
Mm-hmm. So you
Right.
think that that's equivalent to like genocide?
Yeah.
I think okay. So
And that's
so
a
why
hot
do
take
people,
because
so why
I
don't
hunt.
people go to jail for it then?
Because humans believe that they're the smartest animal.
I don't think. Well,
Is the most valuable, I guess you would say. Like to me, intelligence is value. Like we said, knowledge is power.
knowledge is power. Yeah.
So it's the same way. Like I think I'm smarter than the average.
well, a cow can't build a house, right?
How do you know? You ever see a cow build a house?
No, I haven't.
But like monkeys use spears.
Monkeys are smart, but I think that.
But
as
there's
a
different
collective
types of smart, dude.
But as a collective species, humans are the smartest species.
No, because think, can you go out in the woods and know what plants you can eat and what plants you can't eat?
As a collective, I said, not
No,
individual.
No, I'm asking you individually.
Why? What is it? I'm saying collective.
No,
I don't think
because the only way that I can get my point across is by using examples, right?
Okay, go ahead.
So, could I drop you off in the middle of Eastern Oregon, and you know what plants are edible and which ones aren't?
No, but Joe Rogan could.
No, he couldn't.
How do you know? You don't know.
I don't know Joe Rogan, but every single animal up there knows what animals they can eat or what plants they can eat,
Yeah.
and what plants they can't eat.
But they can't.
So that's an
they can't
intelligence-
build rockets and send us to.
They don't need to.
Right, I know.
Have you ever looked at like rabbit tunnels or mice tunnels?
I'm
or
not saying.
bear
I'm not
tunnels?
denying animal intelligence.
No, but what I'm saying is the environment that they're in
Yeah.
calls for different intelligence
For sure.
Right? When
Yeah.
when you grew up in downtown Portland,
Right.
you need a different level of intelligence than you need when you grow up in fucking Pendleton.
Right.
Right? It
Yeah.
doesn't mean that one of them is smarter than the other. One needs this intelligence, needs this information more
We were
in their
capable
environment.
of civilizing, though, I guess.
Animals run in herds, and they, like, how can you say that isn't a civilization? Dude, there's herds of elk, of fucking 60 elk that make it through the winter together, and that's not a civilization. What is civilization?
This is a crazy.
You think that, like, houses, infrastructure,
Yeah.
right? There is infrastructure in the animal kingdom from bottom to top. There, like, for
sure.
elk example, right? There's the lead bull, which is usually the biggest male elk.
Yeah.
There's a lead cow.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's, in a line, this is how it go. Lead cow will be in the front of the herd
Yeah.
90% of the time. And then there will either be, three other cows and then a small bull.
Mhm.
But, that's possible.
Yeah.
In that front, like 5, there will be a small bull. But usually there's always a lead cow in the front, and then the biggest bull will be in the very back.
Yeah.
That's infrastructure.
Yeah.
And this could be 100. Fuck, there's recorded herds of like 1,000 elk.
Right. Yeah.
Right? And so how is that not civilization? They eat in patterns, right? They eat in certain areas the same way that we work in certain areas,
Mm-hmm.
right? They have a certain lineup the same
Right.
way that, you are just a barista at Dutch, and there's a shift lead, there's a, owner, there's a manager.
Yeah.
They're the same exact way.
Mm-hmm.
So how is there a difference? That's civilization too.
I think they're designed to do so. So they're programmed to
And
do
we're
that.
not.
No, we're not. We're not
so
programmed.
you think the people that grow up as, say, like somebody that's always lived in an apartment and has never owned anything, isn't wired by their parents? So say your parents never owned anything a day in their life. They always lived in an apartment. They always were at the bottom of the company and just barely got by.
Yeah.
You think that you would be wired to, want to own your own business or own your own car or own a house? You think you'd be wired that way? No, because that's not how you grew up. That's not what your image of success is.
You also have people. So you also have other humans sabotaging you by saying you rely on the
It's
system.
the same way in the animal kingdom, though. There's cougars, bears. There's a deer stealing their food. There's moo cows stealing their food.
Yeah. Okay. I am not.
You're not disagreeing with me.
I'm not discrediting the animal intelligence. It is very intelligent. My point is that humans are more valuable. Oh my god. My point is that humans are more valuable than animals, just on a general scale. Obviously, there are certain animals. I think there's a hierarchy, right? It's like we don't have the same moral value to an ant, right?
Yeah. Well,
And why? Because ants
but
are extremely
I
intelligent.
told you exactly why. It's
So do you think that ants are equivalent to us?
in their environment? Yes.
Value.
Their value in their environment, in their species, their value is probably equivalent to your value to me,
To
There's-
you.
to another human.
Okay, so to another ant and to another animal, that loss is morally equivalent.
Yes.
It's like it's going to hit them the same
Exactly.
as it hits
Exactly.
us.
I've actually seen it. So my brother shot a deer
Mhm.
when he was.
That I don't disagree with that.
How old was he? He was 14, right? There was 2 males together, right?
Yeah.
He shot one, and the other one stood up, ran like 10 yards, and looked back at his dying. We called them brothers.
Uh-huh.
His dying brother, and you could visibly see him being upset.
Yeah.
Like you could visibly tell that he was in distress,
For sure.
and then he took off. So you're gonna tell me that animal doesn't have emotion? Every single time I've ever killed an animal, I've cried.
I'm saying.
No, I'm saying he doesn't have a moral. Like in his species, he has the same value as me dying in our species has,
Yeah.
right? So like you can't say that like genocide is any different. If there's a fucking cow killing a bunch of cows, it's still murder
Right.
in their species. But for us, we don't see cross species murder as murder, and some people do. But like
Why? Why do you think that is?
because we can identify.
I'm trying so hard to hear you out. I'm
So,
looking at this and everything. I'm shaking
can't-
everything.
We can't identify with something we have nothing in common with.
We do have stuff in common with, though. You just said that we have infrastructure in civilization.
Yeah, but who sees it that way? I just had to explain it to you. I see it that way. Yes.
Yeah, no, I agree with you though. We have something in common. You could have asked me that, and I could have said the same thing.
But you wanted me to explain it to you, right?
Right, because I'm trying to get to the root of the.
So, I guess not everybody's gonna think the same way as me because not everybody's been around it like I have.
A dying animal.
That and seeing animals how just live in the wild, and like, I guess, a big thing is kind of I'm trying to get out of this conversation a little bit, but I'm not.
I'm interested in this.
So like, a lot of people disagree with hunting.
Yeah.
The reason why I don't, I think it's the most ethical way to get your food.
Yeah.
And I think it is just a part of natural. It's a part of nature, right?
Yeah.
Kill or be killed is part of nature, 100%.
Yeah.
And if you go on a hunting trip, or you go hunting, and you watch how deer eat, how deer graze, how deer move, where deer bed, and you learn their daily patterns. Their daily pattern, they're going to do the same thing every day, the same way that I wake up and go to work. The same day that I wake up and go to the gym, I wake up and eat at this time. Yeah. Or a certain part of the day, I'm going to feel hungry every day.
I've seen National Geographic.
Yeah, but I'm saying like when you are actually out there and you're living like, I was literally just out there, right?
Yeah.
We in 8 days we did around like 120 to 150, 160 miles, right? In 8 days of hiking around, and we were going in places that there was a spot that I literally stopped and was like, we might be the first humans to ever have been here. Right? And the thing is that there was animals that have been here all the time. So like where they live, right? They know every little nook and cranny, the same way that you know every single spot in your house. You know how you can drive from your house to work off straight memory. They do the same exact thing. And so like when an animal dies in the animal kingdom, it affects every single animal, good or bad. When a cougar kills a deer, right, it affects the deer because now they're nervous, right, to be in this area because they know there's a cougar in this area. It feeds this cougar. It allows this cougar to live another day, live another, live another week, live another month, however much. That kill isn't only going to feed that cougar. It's going to feed coyotes and crows and other small game, right? It affects so many different species.
Yeah.
The same way that when we kill a cow, right, and that meat gets brought to a grocery store, it doesn't just affect feeding me. It affects feeding you, your neighbor, the fucking random person down the street, the pedophile and fucking that sits outside the school and watches your kid. It affects all of us, right? Compared to when I hunt and I kill this animal. Yeah, some's going to be left over. Other animals are going to live off of it. But I'm doing this. I'm taking a life to produce just mine and my family's life. I know everything that it took to produce this, and I know that it's going to feed my people.
Yeah.
Right. Compared to these people that just how we just kill thousands and thousands of animals every year to feed a bunch of people that didn't do anything to deserve any of this. Didn't do anything to deserve that life taken.
Yeah.
Right. So like a lot of people don't believe in hunting because it's like we have grocery stores. It's like there's a big difference between I'm only killing what I need.
Yeah.
They're killing more than we need, and that's why food goes bad and just gets thrown out.
Yeah.
That's why, you go to a bakery, you go to fucking Subway, and they throw out the cookies every night. They throw out the bread every night because it's no longer fresh.
I think that there is a hierarchical structure of value with humans being at the top. That's why it's like much harder to go out and kill a human, and you wouldn't eat a human, right? And I also wouldn't go kill a dog, right? I wouldn't eat dog.
What's the difference between a dog and like a coyote or a wolf?
I wouldn't eat coyote or wolf either, though. I think like.
So you think like I shot and killed the bear? You think that is?
I think that's it's exotic for sure. I don't think it's. I think a bear is different. But
I see it a little differently when it comes to predators, obviously, because we are also meat eaters. But that's also just like that's rooted to like you think lions kill gazelles, kill things that feed on grass, like and we kill like the main thing that we kill is cows and chickens, and they mainly eat that type of stuff.
Yeah.
But
like do you think a chicken has the same moral value to us as a human?
Oh, what do you mean?
Like a chicken dies is equivalent to a human dying.
In their species, yes.
Even on like a chicken farm.
Yeah. Dude, think what's the difference between a fucking chicken farm and ocelot, bro? Like dead ass. They're
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
what's the
Well,
difference?
okay.
Between, and then like
The
having like
difference-
pet chickens, like that's
Yeah.
literally
The
present.
difference is I think sentience is a huge one. I think sentience is a really big one.
What do you mean by sentience? Like awareness that they're a thing?
Awareness that you're alive and
But we can't speak for
experiencing.
them. The same way that
Well,
we can't speak for women. It's the same exact thing. No, but
Okay,
think, right? Right?
Okay,
That's a good way to put it.
That's a good way to honestly segue out too, which is
That's funny. But
So-
like we can't speak for a chicken because we aren't a chicken. We can't speak for a woman because we aren't a woman. We can't speak for a gay person even though you are partially gay. We can't speak for a gay person because we aren't gay. And you know,
I really like
we,
that.
that you, that's what I mean.
That's very interesting. I'm definitely gonna think about that. I think that we can probably agree more than we. I think
Disagree.
I think we're just not seeing.
Seeing eye to eye.
Yeah, but we're close.
Yeah.
We're very close.
Well, I think, but I really don't. I think species wise, like humans are important to humans and cows are important to cows. I don't think you can say
The-
for sure there's a guaranteed answer.
Well, yeah,
you know?
I think we. So thinking about it more, like I was kind of letting you. I'm thinking about this my arguments while I'm listening to yours too. So, I think that we have the difference between humans and animals is we're capable of religious and philosophical views, sentience,
Mhm.
culture, language, and I had one more, but I forgot. But we're a little bit more than just the black and white lines that other animals live in. Like, yes, they do have infrastructure and civilization to a degree, but I think that they don't have like we have culture and we have language and we're able to communicate through that, and we're also religious. Like we believe in higher powers.
But that's what I mean by we can't speak for them.
But you think that a chicken is like gonna believe in God?
Uh,
I mean, like, what do you mean I can't speak for
well,
them?
there's a
What do you mean I
hierarchy.
can't speak
There's
for
a
them?
hierarchy
Because
because you aren't a chicken. That's
Well,
what I mean.
do
It's
you-
the same way. It's the same way that you know damn well you can't speak for a woman because you're not a woman.
Well, what do you mean I can't speak for a woman? What does
You
that
can't speak on something that is
mean? Exclusively
for women
like
because you aren't a woman.
like childbirth?
Like what? Like yeah,
Or
like
maybe
childbirth.
having
Or what
a
is
period or
what did I?
something like
Yeah,
that?
exactly.
Okay.
You can't speak on that because you have never lived it. You've never lived what it's like to be a fucking chicken. You don't know what they think. You don't know what their day to day life is. Like you don't know what you know how their hierarchy works or none of that, right? So you can't speak on it. Like you can speak on it, but you can't give a definite answer because you aren't that.
So what about like a worm?
It's the same thing to their species, Jordan. It's the same
I
thing.
just disagree. I don't think I think a chicken has more value than a worm does.
Because
but
it
a
feeds
human-
more. What is
but-
that? Why?
No, because a worm is like essentially brainless.
How do you know that?
Because what is it?
It does things though. Like it does.
It does do
actions.
things. I'm not saying it doesn't.
Okay, this right here
Yeah.
does this have a brain?
No.
Is this alive?
You don't know. It actually
No.
is energy technically, so you can't speak for
Is
it.
this alive?
It has energy in it.
Oh my god!
What
Just
is-
because it's
what do
made
you-
of
what do you-
matter, it's made of neutrons, and made of whatever atoms.
What does alive mean?
Alive means has a brain. Well, I guess not necessarily a brain, but has. I guess
Oh.
I would put that to thoughts, but then you can't say like
Oh.
people that are
Yeah.
comatose or stuff like
Yeah.
that aren't
Here we go.
alive.
I think now we're getting somewhere.
So, but that's what I mean. Like, I don't have that answer because I'm not that. So I
okay,
can't
so
tell
so
you.
why are you asking a question that involves that?
Well, because this doesn't have
What?
thought. This doesn't have thought.
Do you need thought to be alive?
I think that it correlates. Yes.
A tree is alive, right?
Yeah.
A tree doesn't have thought.
If I were to put a fucking metal pole next to that tree, it would not grow any branches into that metal pole. It'd go around it.
It doesn't have thought though.
How do you know?
Your stomach doesn't have thought, but it knows how to digest things.
What is your stomach ran off of, Jordan?
It's cells and it's programming.
Nope.
Yes, it's
Where
not,
does the programming come
you-
from?
Not your thoughts.
No, where does the programming come from?
Not your thoughts.
Where does the programming come from?
I don't know where the programming comes from.
Your brain, Jordan.
But your brain,
There's a subconscious
Thoughts.
and a conscious.
yes, and your thoughts are not your subconscious.
Subconscious, no.
Right. So, we agree, right?
I guess you're right, yeah. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I guess thoughts isn't correlated to living. But you know what I mean by like this isn't gonna adapt.
I do want to be specific.
Okay, well I guess this does adapt because it adapts to sound, but this doesn't. This can evolve, I guess.
Okay, that's good.
Right, like we can evolve, we can change.
Yeah.
This won't change unless it's broken.
Okay.
And that's a different force acting upon this.
It can't do like if we left, this would be the same. Right,
Yep.
a tree would grow.
Yeah, a tree would grow,
Yeah.
a tree would change, and a worm will move
Mhm.
if it's alive. Will move, it will dig, it will do stuff like that. That's living.
Yeah.
I guess change is living.
Wow.
Quote it, 2025.
Yeah.
That's my presidential campaign one day. If I run for president, change is living. Boom.
So stupid. Change is living. Well, yeah. I mean, I can agree with that. That I don't really know. I think that there's something. We're getting close. I feel like we're like this. We're like circling around with the.
Jordan, tell me the real questions. I want you to put me on. I've been talking a lot. I want to be the guest here because this happened last podcast, and I told you. I told you. I want to feel like. Okay, I guess. Yeah, I guess
I got hella questions.
I know, but so I guess your podcast is
Well, so I was thinking about
your
what my
podcast
is.
like you're the host, right?
Right.
Like
so, yeah. Here.
It's the Jordan Wilson Day podcast.
Yeah.
Right. But every single time I've been on, even the ones that aren't up, there's clips and stuff.
Yeah.
It's felt like it's more of a conversation than it is like most podcasts are like that have guests are interviews.
Yeah. So here, let me get into that. So I've thought about what this podcast is, right? And what it isn't. I love the fact of conversation. That is what I strive for. That's what it is.
I think a podcast is a conversation.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Are you saying it's more of an interview?
Well, no, I'm saying that
Or do you want it to be more of an interview?
Well, I'm just saying like majority of podcasts to relate around like if you had a constant cast,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Of a podcast and it was always conversational based and it was like real world based and you didn't bring a lot of guests on, right?
Okay.
But your identity is the guests, right?
Mhm.
Like obviously it's you. It's Jordan Wilson Day podcast. It's
Yeah,
you. You know your art. It's stuff like that.
Yeah,
But
I'm
you're hosting
it.
it, right? So based on like that relationship of host and guest,
Yeah.
you have to also be interviewing, right? So I've been asking a lot of questions and I've been talking.
What? I've asked you more questions you've asked me.
Okay,
For
I
sure.
know, and these
For
are your
sure.
questions.
Yes.
But I mean, like, I feel like I've talked a lot, and I've
Because
kind of,
you're the guest.
I mean, I've controlled the conversation a lot.
I disagree. I think I do.
Well,
like-
you're gonna watch this back when you edit
Well,
it.
hang on. Yeah, you're right. I think, despite even if you did control the conversation, like
It's a conversation.
While
You're
I,
still
while
coming.
I do disagree that I think I've controlled a little bit more than you have because I've been framing the questions, and
Mhm.
I mean, we've been going off of my
But you've
topics.
also been reacting off of what I say.
Well, yeah, I'm letting you talk. Well, I think a lot of it has been us kind of disagreeing and me trying to hear you out, and I've been putting my points out there,
Mhm.
but I'm really trying to hear what you're saying because I feel like on this last subject,
I guess the
think
more
that
you
know
talk
more.
about it.
Yeah, so I think on the last subject, I think that you might have more to say on it than I do.
Mhm.
So I'm just kind of hearing what you have to say because maybe I'm like we were talking about. I'm open to changing my mind on that.
Mhm.
Like I do think that humans are more valuable than animals, but you've been around animals more that I should probably listen to what you have to say on this.
Yeah,
Like,
because I have more information about
yeah. I mean, we have 2 ears in my mouth for a reason. Like I know when to listen and when to talk. Like if I have an opinion on something, I'll express what I'm thinking.
it. Well, it's like the same way that if we're talking about art,
Yeah.
I would listen to you because I can draw kinda.
And if you had an opinion on it, right?
Yeah.
And we disagreed, I would probably have more to say than you. And the same thing.
It was the
this
same way
subject.
that in your podcast with Kyrie, where you said, "Does art lose its value if it's paid
what do you-
for?" Right?
Yeah. Do you think that?
It depends on the type of art. I think
That's interesting.
I think like tribute pieces, memorial pieces, they
Mhm.
do.
They lose value.
They lose value when they're paid for,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
Because if it's a tribute, like Kobe, dude, like you probably would have drew this. Obviously, you probably would have painted this
Mhm.
if Kobe died or not.
Oh,
died the
yeah,
way he
sure.
died.
Dude, it's a fire picture.
It's a fire picture,
and he's
right?
he's.
But
he's
I think if like you were to build, you know how they have like at the indoor they have that Kobe
Right.
painting on the wall, right?
yeah.
If I were to do that and charge everybody that looked at it, right? That takes the value, like that,
For sure, yeah.
it's different, right? Because it's a tribute piece compared to like when and it's the same way that like you're not charging these celebrities when you give them art.
Right.
Right?
Well, I do. Some of them I don't. It depends on who it is.
Really?
Theo, they bought
other pieces, not the piece that you gifted.
Okay, that's different. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like if you would have been like gifted it, and you're like, but you have to pay for my flight.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it takes the value off that. Like I wouldn't pay for like it's the same way that you did that piece for me, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's awesome, and I would absolutely pay for you to do something like that.
But it's more special than that.
But it's more special that you didn't. I appreciate it more because I didn't have to pay for it.
Yeah. No one paid for it. By the
Yeah.
way. Like that was maybe the materials.
Yeah.
That is what I will do though. So that's something that when I first started painting, they were gifts to people.
Yeah.
And just to kind of experiment, and I was like, well, this is really cool. Here, you can have this, right? And then once people saw like that I was capable of it, they were like, oh, and what did the Joker say in The Dark Knight? If you're good at something, you have to do it for free. I'm like, okay, maybe I should start charging people.
Yeah.
So I started charging people. I get burnt out from charging people and painting their dogs, their animals, whatever they want me to paint. I just get tired of it. And that caused me to burn out, so I stopped painting. So I stopped painting because I lost the value in it. I didn't have, I wasn't getting what I wanted to get out. I wasn't doing it for me,
Yeah.
But when I started again, I made sure to do it and say no to people because I didn't really say no to anyone. I was just kind of like, oh yeah, for sure, I'll pay this money. Which, I mean, it's valid either way. There's no right or wrong answer to that. I think for me, if I want to keep painting, at least on my horizon, like I can't say yes to every single person. I've said no.
Well, I think you even told me that like you were kind of even burnt out with painting because there were so many things that you had to do when it came to it, and I know from firsthand experience when you're doing something like that you're passionate about. It's the same way I am with cars. It's like, dude, I don't want to work on other people's cars all the time. It's the same reason why I'm not a mechanic is because I love working on cars, but I don't like working on cars that isn't mine.
Yes, dude, that's the same with cooking. So I love cooking, right? But I will not open a restaurant.
Yeah,
because then I'll lose the love for it, the love for the game.
But then, yeah, exactly. So, that's like the value on it, I guess. Like,
yeah, for sure.
Like, because I could throw out a ridiculous number for you to do a portrait of, this elk that my cousin brother shot, right, or the elk that my cousin has shot. And I could I could give you, I could ask you if you do it, and if you did it for free, I'd appreciate it a lot more than if I had to pay you $700.
Is this you trying to manipulate me?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. But like, I also understand that your time is worth something, right? So I would never like make it so you're not getting something out of it. It's the same way that like, if I were to move and I asked for your help, I know that you would do it without paying me.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
But I'm going to do something in exchange. It's the same way that,
kind of like a tip or something.
I didn't drive here. My buddy dropped me off here, right?
Right.
And you're going to give me a ride home. I didn't just be like, you're giving me a ride home. I was like, if you give me a ride home, I'll buy you food.
Yeah, exactly.
And
there's the exchange. It's like, okay, cool.
Yeah. And I could have drove here.
Yeah, for sure.
But I didn't.
Because you wanted to spend more time with me.
Yeah, sure, whatever you say. Because there, the thing about me and Jordan, like, we're friends, and it's a newer friendship, right? But me and him can talk for hours and hours and hours and not get bored of talking to each other.
I think our dynamic is really good. I think our friendship is interesting because it's like technically it is newer, but at the same time, if you like look at all of it, right?
Well, me and Jordan used to play basketball in the same gym around each other all the time and never talk to each other.
Yeah, so like, I mean, you could look far back. Right?
Yeah.
But
we were destined to meet. We were destined to meet. Oh yeah, it's so cute.
Gosh.
No, but we were around each other for years and we never knew it, but we had mutuals.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So
it's interesting how all that works. Just.
But like for me, dude, I really things that I'm passionate about. Like, I will do. Oh no, I'm about to get charged. No.
For what?
Amazon Prime. Why is there $17 for Amazon?
$17?
Somebody bought something on my Amazon. You know who has my Amazon?
No. Who?
Who do you think?
Oh, yeah.
There's no way that has bought something on my Amazon. Because what is $17 on Amazon? That is not a subscription. I don't think any of my subscriptions are that much. There's no way that they just charged my card.
Yeah.
I'm about to report this shit as fraud.
Do it. I just had to get a new card because of that, dude.
Oh, but there's nothing in my cart that y'all bought. Huh. I wonder what that was then. That's weird. Well, I hope my card didn't overdraft.
See, I think that we could agree on a lot of these questions on here. I'm trying to like review them. But
there was one that was marked on the page that was on my side that I think I wanted to get into.
Which one? Here. It's on the back too.
This. What's something you pretend to believe?
What's something you pretend to be?
Pretend to believe.
Oh, to believe. Oh, interesting. So I think that. Are you asking me?
I'm asking you.
Something I pretend to believe. It's a loaded question, but a lot of the time.
Is that why it's marked? Why is it marked? You don't know.
I guess it fell hand in hand with the previous one. It was what's one truth you get canceled for.
Oh, okay.
And then I was like, oh, a good way to word it is what's something you pretend to believe. So because that's a little bit more up to interpretation.
Yeah.
I mean, there's plenty of truths that I could say that I get canceled for. Well, it's like cancel culture is like it's so bad for society, dude. It's so bad for our society. For like, I mean, society in general, but like especially in America, because America's like the one place where that shouldn't be a thing.
Yeah, the whole foundation of America is freedom. So cancel culture is like.
I know it's so like anti-productive, but something I pretend to believe. You just wanted to get me in trouble here. Let's see.
Actually, I have a question. Okay, this is you can cut this if it goes bad.
Okay.
Because it can go bad.
Yeah. I'll be honest too.
About do you think race matters?
Do I think race matters?
Mm-hmm.
That's a good question because it's not as simple as it seems. I think that's why it's like a good question. You know.
Mm-hmm.
I do think that race matters.
You think there's something that's different between me and you because we're different races?
No, I don't. I don't think there's any like inherent differences. Like I think that I'm gonna say that like everyone is valuable.
Has same value.
Yeah, same value. Yes, I think that race matters in terms of like cultural aspects. I think it's really cool to explore cultures.
But how about me? Because I'm technically a Hispanic man or a Latino man.
Yeah.
But I grew up in a white household.
Right.
So what does my race have to do with my life? Like that has nothing to do with it.
So maybe culture matters.
Culture matters. That's why I asked.
Okay. Yeah.
Because the difference between me and somebody that grew up in Mexico or grew up in a Hispanic household.
Yeah.
Is a big difference.
Yeah. Big cultural difference.
Big cultural difference.
Yeah.
They've lived through different things. Like I've never been to a jaripeo. But
so I guess you're right.
But race, they all have. I've only been to a handful of quinces, but I can guarantee if you grew up in a Mexican household, and you were, you've been to a quince.
Mm-hmm.
But like you could grow up, you could be Mexican.
I could if I was born in Mexico and grew up in Mexico, like yeah, I would live in their tradition.
Even if you were just born, say you're as a baby or young, you grew up with a Hispanic father, stepfather, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna live.
Or if I was adopted, or there's plenty of cases.
Plenty of cases, right, where the culture would be different.
Yeah.
So that's why I asked if you believe that race matters.
Race matters, man. Maybe not then. I don't think. Well, I think maybe race would only matter at this case in terms of the amount of melanin in your skin, depending on how close you are to the equator. You know what I mean? Like
that doesn't matter.
We don't even. Well, in some places it does.
No, because think about it. There's people that were born in the same hospital as you that are different colors than you.
I'm saying, like, what about people in tribes? Like, that still exists.
Well, like, like, it's actually weird though because, like, for me, for example, right, I'm technically Native American because I'm Native Mexican, like, in Mexico and in the Arizona to Mexico region. There's a tribe called Yaqui. Right, and they're partly Aztec, partly Mayan. Like they're kind of like a subspecies of those, and those are Mexican tribes. But like I say, I'm Mexican, as in I'm native. That's what my Mexican is. My Mexican isn't the Spaniards or the people from Mexico City, because that was an Aztec city. Mine isn't that. It is the Yaqui people.
Yeah.
And so like I identify as Mexican, but that's technically not what I am.
Right. Native.
I'm technically just native.
Yeah.
So it's the same way that like I say I'm white,
Yeah.
And when you say white, usually you mean, in America at least, you usually mean American born. But technically, my white is European, is Italian, because my family, you know, and technically we all are, because none of us really actually came from, you know, we were born here.
Yeah, because
so
like, what does native even mean?
So, well, that's the thing is like where did the Yaqui people come from? And the Yaqui people came from Aztecs, came from Mayans, but where did those people come from? A lot of people believe that those people came from the land bridge.
Bering Land Bridge.
The Bering Land Bridge. And the earliest signs of humans was in like the African, you know, area where it's like Egypt.
Well, that's why we called them Indians too, because they actually like
from India,
through the Bering Land Bridge in Asia. So
yep.
it's Indians and Asians.
And so like, you know, I say I'm Mexican because that's what I best identify as, but really I'm not. You know, my father's father and my grandma is from Mexico, but and my dad was born in barely in America, was born in Arizona, but I believe my grandma was even pregnant when she came across the border. So like my family isn't necessarily like, I'm not necessarily Mexican.
Right.
I actually don't even know where my family comes from. My dad's father was an orphan, so like I don't know exactly where my family comes from, but I identify as Mexican even though I'm technically native.
Right.
And then like, you know, I say I'm Mexican Italian.
Right.
But I believe majority of my Italian family from both sides isn't from Italy, they're from Sicily.
Yeah.
Which is the ball that the boot kicks.
Yeah.
So, but people aren't going to know if I say I'm Sicilian, they're going to identify me as Italian, so I just say I'm Italian.
Yeah.
And if people ask, like, are you just Mexican, or are you just Hispanic, or are you just like, are you mixed? I say yes, I'm white and Mexican, because that's easily identified.
Most simplified.
Yeah. So like, but that race doesn't like those races. Those have nothing to do with the person that I am.
Right.
Honestly, I identify more with the Western white people, the cowboys. Those are the people that I aspire more to be. But like the original cowboys were Mexicans.
Yeah.
Were conquistadors. So
So do you agree? It's the culture that matters and not the race. Right?
Not at all.
So I completely agree with you.
It's the same way, like, so, you know, a lot of my friends happen to be black, and I grew up around a lot of black people. For a majority of my life, like the beginning of my life was really mainly Mexicans, right?
Yeah.
And then it became, most of my friends were, you know, I had a lot of Mexican friends too, but a lot of people that I hung out with outside of school was black people. And so I identify a lot with like the braided hair, like that type of look, like Jordan, stuff like that. Like that's a cultural thing for those for black people, like wearing Jordans, wearing, you know, stuff like that, compared to like wearing Dickies and shell toes and you know, or wearing fucking khakis is a white person thing. Like, that's a cultural thing.
Yeah.
Like, I guarantee, Jordan, you went to school in high school wearing fucking khaki pants and a polo.
Me?
Guarantee it.
You think with my blonde hair ass?
I actually think in that exact photo you're wearing a polo.
No, I'm not. I'm not wearing a polo. I did not get into polos. Actually, so I went to a K-8 middle school. That is where you can find me in khakis and polo. Because we had a dress code.
Yeah, but majority of the people that went there were white.
No.
Really?
No.
Well, I guess you're in Portland.
Yeah.
But but that's
I'm
what
82nd too.
Yeah, but I think like, okay, for me when I think of white people, I think like.
I think the majority of my high school probably white, but I think that's just. But it wasn't like that it wasn't diverse, because it definitely was diverse.
No. Well, I think in any public school you're gonna have diversity.
Especially when you closer to the inner city.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, even like Gresham, you know, you would never identify Gresham as.
We're in a populated area. Like, we're pretty close. But you go out to Barlow, right? You're starting to get.
Yeah, majority white people.
For sure, but it's less.
Well, actually, dude, I think
it's gotten better.
My senior year and the year before me, Barlow's highest population was Mexican. Same thing with Gresham.
Really?
Yeah, and
so it's getting a lot better. Then.
But the percentage white people are still second. Right. Black people is still the minority.
Right.
But because for the nearest country to Mexico is obviously us.
Yeah.
Well, like first world country.
Yeah.
So like a lot of people obviously come here, and that's a political issue right now, is the illegal crossings. But like that's why the population of Mexicans is so high. Is like it's gonna be pretty close to white people.
For sure. Yeah.
And obviously
especially in California, especially in
especially in those border states for sure.
I think it has to be.
But like we aren't a border state, and we have a very high population of Hispanic people
Yeah.
because we're close to those border states. We
We
border
also
a
have a
border state.
sanctuary city.
Yeah, and so that's why it's really well, that's another thing, like the cultural thing. Like, there's people that parents were born in Mexico that act a lot like white people, and there's people that families weren't born in Mexico that act
Yeah.
a lot like people that were born in Mexico.
For sure.
And so there's it's all cultural based, and you can blame a lot of your culture on who you grew up with.
Yeah.
So like those early years for me, like I loved football and I played a lot of football, but outside of football season,
Mm-hmm.
you didn't catch me playing basketball. You catch me playing soccer. Like for those first from kindergarten through 7th grade, probably when it wasn't football season, I was playing soccer.
Hmm.
I wasn't playing basketball. I wasn't
Yeah.
playing football. I was playing soccer, and football was my sport.
Until you start hanging out with black people, then it's
And so-
basketball.
exactly. And
Um,
yeah, like I had played organized basketball before that.
Yeah.
But like the culture that I was around, right,
Yeah.
is like I wanted to identify with my Hispanic side because I didn't get that. So I
Mhm.
hung out with a lot of Mexicans. All my friends were Mexicans pretty much. And when white boys would join the group, like Jaden, my boy Jaden.
Mm-hmm.
When I remember when he came to my elementary school in 3rd grade, and he joined the friend group, he was the first white kid in the group,
Mm-hmm.
and I hated him.
Why?
I hated because he just like I guess
He's
he
white.
No, because I guess at least for me in the friend group, it felt like I felt like I was like the center of the friend group, right?
Okay.
And so that year was the first year that friend group was in different classes. I was the only kid that was in a different class, and they had a
Yeah.
class with Jaden. So I felt like they replaced me with Jaden.
Oh, I see.
And so like I didn't like him because of that, and also I didn't like him because he was white. Because I was learning something from my Hispanic friends, and then now Jaden is learning it
Yeah.
instead of me.
I think I think a lot of like or the culture here now is shifting to like kind of put down like white people. Like think of what we just witnessed with Cass. With that. I'll probably cut this out.
Yeah.
But dude, Christian white guy, right? That's like gotta be the bottom of the barrel.
Oh yeah, I guess.
Like no, because if I went out, right, and I'm like, oh, Christian white guy podcast, dude, I'm not getting no views, bro.
Honestly, my favorite, I can't even remember his name, dude, but there's like what's his name?
Podcaster?
What?
A podcaster you're looking for?
No, he's like a young kid, like my age, and he does like religious stuff. He does it with
Bryce?
Yes, dude. I
Crawford.
love this guy, dude.
Yeah.
He's a young white guy who's Christian, and I have never. It doesn't matter who I watch. It doesn't matter who I watch that preaches. This guy resonates with me so well, dude. When he talks, I just understand what he's saying because he's taking the knowledge from the Bible, and he's taking the knowledge from his life, and he's taking the knowledge from the people around him, and he's pushing faith through it and pushing passion through it,
Yeah.
and it just resonates with me way better than anybody else.
Yeah.
Way better.
He's really good at articulating it, and he has the confidence in it too. Like
yes.
he's
And that's what I mean by, like you said, the bottom of the barrel. But it's all situational because that is
For sure.
a white young man
for sure.
who is a Christian, and I would never say that man's belief in religion is the bottom of the barrel. I'd never say that man is the bottom of the barrel. And it doesn't matter how successful he is.
You got people like, dude, there are people out there that
Dude,
will,
but yes, but like, dude, and that is immaturity, that is
For sure.
negligence, that is in wanting to change, that is being incapable of growth and denying growth,
yeah.
and being closed-minded. So that's the biggest thing, is being closed-minded.
Mm-hmm.
Me and you are completely fine with learning new things.
Yeah.
We actually accept that challenge.
Yeah.
But not everybody does that. And,
Right.
and the issue in America is that there's a culture of mainly white women.
Yeah.
Majority is white older women that deny that fact
Yeah.
of change, of other people have different opinion. They think that they're the only opinion that matters, and an opinion is an opinion.
Yeah.
Like opinion, everybody has one. What's the saying? Everybody has one, like or everybody has an opinion, like everybody has an asshole or something like that, right? Like every single person has an opinion, and so it's not necessarily like it's an opinion for a reason. I'm not right or wrong. If you don't agree with me, you don't agree with me, and I'm not gonna hate you for it, like at all. It's like I want to know why you disagree, so that maybe you change my mind, maybe I don't, and I want to give you the information to change your mind if I can.
And we together can move forward. And conversation.
And if we can't move forward, we can't move forward.
Dude, it's being suppressed too. Like in this society, that like our society, right?
Well, that's dude. I literally got
This is what cancel culture is doing, right?
Yes. I literally had TikTok. I had a TikTok years ago. I had a TikTok of me playing Call of Duty, and same thing happened to my brother. Me playing Call of Duty got took down for violent behavior. I'm like, it's a fucking video game.
Yeah.
And my brother had like 200,000. I don't know if it was actually 200,000, but he had like a crazy amount of views on his video, and he got taken down for the same thing. And it's like
200,000 is good.
No, actually, I think it was like 130,000 or something crazy. But it was a dope clip.
Yeah.
But it's like, why is that okay? Because obviously, a lot of this stuff's ran off computer, ran off AI and stuff. But I don't think, that stuff is bad, dude. Honestly, I catch myself watching, car crashes and stuff like that. It's sad to say, but that stuff is entertaining to me. And I don't want to be hidden from that if that's truly what happened. The same way that, like, dude, I watch videos of Ukraine people getting bombed and stuff. And, like, I want to know that that's happening because I want to know the truth.
Right.
I don't want to be separated from the truth, where a lot of people would want that distinction and separation from the truth.
Yeah.
And, to me, that I see that as fearful. I see that as scared. I see that as soft. I see that as a lot of things.
Yeah.
But for me, dude, there's nothing more powerful than the truth, and that's all I ever want is the truth.
Yeah.
Whether it hurts me, whether I don't like it or not, the truth holds all the power. And in some situations, the truth is different from right or wrong. Mm-hmm. But I'd much rather have the truth.
Yeah. Have you seen Interstellar?
Yes.
You like the message behind that, like where it's like give 90% truth. I was gonna ask how you felt about that, I guess, because they're going to space to potentially find the answer to humanity, right?
Yeah.
Like we're gonna save humanity, but the guy that organized it knows it's not possible. But they're not gonna tell people that, so they lose hope, right? Because if you tell people that, then they're gonna go crazy, and then they're gonna destroy everything, and society's gonna fall.
Yeah.
So they're just being 90% honest. They're like, all right, we're gonna go try to find the solution to all this.
Yeah.
Shoot him in the sky, while the guy really knows that this is not possible.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about, like, do you think 100% honesty all the time, or do you think are there scenarios where it can be reduced to maybe 80 or 90%?
The difference is 80 or 90% might make things easier.
Mm-hmm.
But the easier path isn't always the better one.
There you go. It's like we were talking about basketball, dude.
Exactly.
Like, so take the better shots, not the easier ones.
Yep.
Okay.
So it's the same way. Like, there's a road called fucking Foster. Okay. It's one of the most traveled roads in our part of Oregon.
Yeah.
Right? This road it's gotten a lot better. But
for sure.
Last year, years before, it was fucking beat to shit.
Mm-hmm.
I would rather take 20 more minutes in my commute than go on Foster.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy. Yeah. Yeah. No. I agree.
Right.
Yeah.
The harder, or the harder, you know what I mean. So
I see what you're saying. You're. I'm trying to figure out a way to articulate that. You'd rather go out of your way to avoid that, even though it might be a little bit more difficult to navigate.
Not even difficult. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying like. So what would be the better path? The faster one, right?
Right.
The faster one would take Foster. But what's the easier one? The one that's less stressful, the one that you enjoy more, might be going the long way.
Yeah.
And so taking the hard path usually means cutting straight through the problem. Cutting straight through.
Yes.
Right? Compared to the easier path could be avoiding all the damage, all the distractions, all the everything else. That could be the easier path. Right? Who's going to get there first?
Yeah.
So you can use that in life as well. Like, Jordan, you tend to do the harder thing. Like, you would probably make a lot more money right now if you were to go work for a social media company than trying to do social media by yourself. But when you are successful, the amount of money and the amount of things that you gain from it as soon as you're successful is way different than you taking 30 years to move up in a company that's already successful.
For sure. Yeah, I've thought about that a lot. Because people will present that idea to me. Specifically, like, my dad, people kind of in my family will say, why don't, look at this job opportunity, look at this. And I'm like, yes, I do see those. But I mean, like, bro, I write down, like, all these thoughts, right? I try to keep it as organized as I can because I have too many things I want to do. You know what I mean? Like, I'm willing to take the risk. I mean, it's kind of corny, but like you only live once. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you only live once.
Yeah, I know it's corny, but at the same time, it's like that's the only reason I need to try to take a risk at this.
Yep.
And that's with anything. Like I guess I've just kind of tried to put myself in a position where I'm less comfortable, because I learned that if you do hard things and you put yourself in positions where you're not comfortable, good things come out of those. And once I learned that, dude, because in high school I was very kept to myself, very shy, very like not willing to take that risk.
I never believed that.
Or even like, dude, I would.
But I was honestly kind of the same way.
Really? Yeah. I was afraid to ask like really dumb questions, but as soon as I started asking dumb questions, dude,
your intelligence level probably skyrocketed.
It goes crazy. And I'm like, okay, I need to just. Also, people will like you more because you're now the one who will ask the dumb question that they were wondering themselves. You know what I mean? Like, anytime in a class, someone asks a dumb question, someone else is probably thinking that same question, but they're too afraid to ask it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they're like grateful for that person now. So I think it kind of inspires others, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Like putting yourself in that position that not everyone else wants to put themselves in, because you can see all these people doing all these cool things. All I want to show by painting, by whatever I do, podcast, whatever I do, I want to kind of prove that you can be successful at almost anything you put your mind to, if not at everything, right? And that, so therefore you should, but I understand that it's not for everyone, because I just recently had this thought that if everyone in the world did everything that they wanted to do, we'd have a lot of unemployment.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So like,
there's oversaturation in markets, and that's even happening now on social media. We didn't experience that for a long time. It wasn't accepted that you can make money off of making videos.
Yeah.
Right? But now that we've seen a lot of people become successful and extremely successful, make more money than professional basketball players, make billions of dollars.
This is like the reason this kind of lives a little bit, which is interesting because I don't know. So I'm thinking about like what the purpose of the podcast is a little bit sometimes. I'm like, okay, what direction do I want to do? Do I hope to be perceived with?
You mean like what type of podcast do you want to be perceived as?
Yeah, like a...
Because like you said earlier, you don't like that you could be perceived as a red pill podcast.
Yeah, I would hope not. I mean, I understand
you understand
it is, but like there could be, should it be a comedy podcast? Should it be a, philosophical open discussion type of podcast? Should it be, like, there's so many things that I have passion about talking about and like I love making jokes, right? I love that. I also love this type of discussion, this like philosophical talk. Dude, it's so in kind of debating about it.
This is completely different than all the other podcasts we've had.
It is,
and you know why I feel like it's different?
Why? Where
we are in life is different than we were.
Oh, it's a good time to do a year ago. Sure. I think like we're kind of at this pivotal moment,
And what's crazy is like obviously you just aged another year, right? And I just aged another year since our last one.
Yeah.
And
it's crazy it's been that long.
We've also had two very big life changes.
Yeah.
Right? They're separate type of life changes.
Yeah.
But like obviously you're in a new house now. You have a new setup.
For sure.
I believe since the last podcast you even moved out of state and came back.
Since
right?
No, that was before.
Before. Okay. But anyways, like, and then like me, I made a couple big decisions since the last podcast.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Right? Like I didn't go to school.
It's been a big year.
Yeah. So I guess since it's almost been a year since the last one, we've changed a lot as people.
Yeah.
Right? And so we have different things we can talk about compared to the last time.
Yeah.
But also, we haven't changed that much as people.
We're staying true to ourselves.
We're still true to ourselves. Like what we're talking about is different, and how we're talking about it is different.
Yeah.
And I feel like this time is much more. Like, this time is very more. Much 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 more. Mu respectable than the other ones, I guess. Like, it wasn't that we were
For
disrespectful in the other ones.
So you're happy with this one over?
Yeah, because I think
This is our best one. This is our magnum opus so far.
Yeah, because I
think we're not even there yet.
We so far. That's
far.
the key. That's the key, is so far. I think because in the first couple, obviously I was nervous, and I had thoughts about these questions, but I didn't have ways to.
You're prepared.
No, I didn't really prepare.
Okay.
But I just mean I didn't trust myself to speak on them properly. That gave the questions credit and gave the topic that we're talking about credit.
Yeah.
So like, this time I feel like I really am comfortable with voicing my true opinion and not getting judged for it, even though there's gonna be people that disagree. Dude. But I'm at a point right now in my life where I finally found, I guess, myself again.
Yeah.
So if you would have met me in 2023, at the beginning of 2023, and we had a podcast, we could talk about completely different things.
For sure.
But I would also speak differently than I do now.
Oh, me too.
Right?
Absolutely.
But also, it would be closer to this than it was our other podcasts. If that makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
Because I'm back to, this is where I thrive. The situation that I'm in now is where I thrive compared to where I was the past couple of years. Because the situation I was in the past couple of years was something new for me.
Yeah.
Compared to like this version of me is something,
for sure,
I've been before.
Yeah.
I was this for majority of my life, so I'm my authentic, or what I think is my authentic self.
Yeah, it feels like it. It feels more like that now. I think.
Yeah.
Like recently, it's felt more.
Yeah.
Genuine, I guess.
What did he say? He's better things or bigger things. Basically, he's up now or something like that.
Moving up in the world. I can't remember exactly what I said. But okay, so what do you think? Like, what do you think I could be doing better with the podcast? And that's a loaded question.
I think what it is you kind of have to build your questions around your guest. So like
it's interesting. So how do I do that without being an interviewer? Because
you don't want to be an interviewer. You want to be an open conversation.
Yeah, I want to be like I want to be shifting the dialogue as well.
Be genderist.
Genderist.
So one of the funniest clips I've ever seen of you was you talking about periods with Hannah Grace and Cam. Okay. I think. Yeah. I think that was the one of the funniest clips I've seen on the podcast ever.
I'll have to rewatch it.
And I don't know why, but I think it's just because that's a conversation that you could only have with women.
Oh yeah, so
I
see exactly.
So be generous, like the questions don't have to be towards like these questions aren't towards my personality. A lot of them are, right? Mm-hmm. And some of the ones that we've touched on are have to do with like, my beliefs and stuff. But you could ask a lot of those questions. Those are very open-ended questions that you can put towards anybody.
For sure.
But you have to have those, and you have to have a balance of personal questions. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I guess I did that with Kyrie somewhat.
Right.
Slightly
and it's the same way, like when I ask you questions, I'll bring up like art or like we talk a lot of basketball because that's something that we both have in common.
Okay.
But like when you're talking to a guest, you kind of have to do both, right? These are open-ended questions, are very discussional questions, and then you have to have personal questions where you're searching for answers from that person.
I see.
Right? Like when you asked, when you ask about like my family, right? That's something that's personal to me.
Right.
That my experience is only my experience.
Yeah.
Right? Compared to these are opinion-based, are belief-based.
Sure.
Right? So other people can share that belief, that opinion, compared to other people can't share what my family is like to me.
Yeah.
Right? So you have to have a good balance in between, and people find certain ones entertaining, certain people find certain stuff entertaining. A lot of people might...
Should I consider that, what people think is entertaining?
It depends, honestly. I think for you, the hardest thing that's going to happen is when you do get your first big amount of success. Obviously, you have a short of us with fucking 10,000 views, right? But that isn't a crazy amount of success.
And that was hard to take that podcast down. I was like, I had to do it to keep things cohesive.
Yeah.
And it's still up. It's still there. It still exists.
It's not like you deleted it.
Yeah, it's just archived.
Archived, yeah. And so and I think that has to do with so much stuff in life. Honestly, like me, I have posts and stuff that are archived on Instagram, right? Yeah. And I have stories and I have TikToks that are archived or not shown to the public, right?
Yeah.
And that doesn't mean that I'm forgetting them or they didn't happen. That just means that that's not who I am right now.
Yeah. Yeah,
right?
that's good.
So the podcast isn't that same identity anymore. That's what I mean.
Right.
Like this one's different. This is somewhat more into your new identity, but it's still authentic to who we are, right?
For sure.
So
Yeah, I see exactly.
it's going to be hard for you because you're going to run into people. Luckily, you surround yourself so far with a lot of people that think similarly to you in certain aspects, right?
Yeah. But until I get someone that
That completely disagrees with you, that's when it's
But
going to be hard.
That's kind of what the point of this is a little bit. This idea.
Yes, this is like we had a challenging conversation
Yeah.
already, right?
Yeah.
Where we disagreed on certain things. And that's the stuff that's entertaining.
Yeah.
But at the same time, when you have a podcast, right, it's a structure,
Mm-hmm.
right? The more guests that you have, the more, I guess, clippable moments that you have,
Mhm.
you're going to get an image of what this podcast is the
Yeah.
further into it that you get. You're still
Right.
technically, you're not new, but you're new to it because you haven't blown up. And then that person
Yeah.
that blows up, that audience of people that enjoyed that video or that clip or that podcast are only going to search for that type of content,
Yeah.
right? So if you want to keep the podcast open, right, like a free-flowing
Yeah.
entity, then you can't let that one blow up identify who the podcast is,
Yeah. I see.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that's going to be hard, right?
I can't-
Because
yeah.
when you get that first bit of success, it's so easy to sit there and like Rocky stand at the top of the stairs and look
Right,
around,
right.
right? There's just certain things that like I will do if it's out of my comfort zone,
Right.
but like I could never see myself being a stand-up comedian. I think I'm funny,
But not that funny.
but not that type of funny. I don't think
stand-up comedy is.
I don't think I'm an entertaining, funny person.
Yeah.
I think I do things that are funny, and I think I say things that are funny.
But to do it on command.
On
do
command,
something
I don't
funny.
think I could do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like, if you put me in a group and everybody's roasting each other,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say something that everybody laughs over.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But you can't have me stand up on stage and just write.
That's
a
why
joke
this is
and get
good
people-
for. This is a very universal format. It's like a,
Yeah.
this type
Yep.
of
Yep.
podcast.
Yep.
You
Yep.
know?
No, that's what I meant. It's water. It's free flowing. There's no
Yeah.
form to it. Like there's structure and no form.
Yes. And that's a good thing. Maybe I thought that was a bad thing.
And that's what I was trying to tell you, because you said that you're looking for like the identity of the podcast, and I think the best thing about this podcast in particular, it's much like Joe Rogan, where there is no identity to it,
Yes.
right? Joe Rogan has structure, but he doesn't just have one type of guest on. He doesn't ask one
he
type
has
of
those
question.
serious conversations, and he also has like Theo Vaughn on there, and like funny people that just
Yeah.
make jokes the whole time, and that's good. I think. Okay, here's the interesting take. I think I'm funnier than Joe Rogan because he's a stand-up comedian, but dude. And I'm not. Joe Rogan's cool. I'm sure he's a great guy.
Joe Rogan, hit my line, bro. I'm trying to go hunt you together.
But dude, I genuinely think like when I watch his stand-up clips and stuff like that, I don't really like. I don't laugh as much as I would with other comedians.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a comedy style, but like, I think that yeah, I don't know.
I think his type of funny is different, because
Yeah.
I find him more entertaining when he's serious, like on his podcast, than
Yeah.
when he's being funny.
For sure.
And that's kind of weird because he is funny.
Yeah, I'm not saying he's not funny.
Yeah, but
I
I
think
definitely enjoy his seriousness more than I enjoy, because
I agree.
Joe Rogan is actually a badass,
Oh, for sure.
and so
dude.
I enjoy watching that version of him compared to the.
Yeah, and I like that he leans into that.
Yeah, so do I.
Okay, I think we should wrap this.
Yes, sir.
All right. What a good podcast, huh?
Yeah, gutted.
Go ahead.
That was fun. Dude,
That
I
was
wonder how
fun.
much. There was a lot. I think we've been filming for 4 hours. I think every time we go longer.
No, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Wait, it might be longer than that. I think I came over at like 3.